shit. All right, you guys. It's your boy Austin Holloman. What's going on, Raven Simone? Don't play with me. I told you about them words. Now, we are still in Istanbul, Turkey. We have 9 days left before we're in Nairobi, Kenya. 9 days, you guys. We're almost out of here. This month went by pretty slow. Pretty slow. I would not recommend you guys ever come here for a month. Like, ever. 1 week in Istanbul, max 4 days recommended. And go to another city for as long as you like, but a month here, I'm saving the most money by staying in the house. If I stay in the house, I can only spend, if I eat out, go eat out, and then eat out a second time, I can literally spend $20 a day. No problem. $600 a month, no problem. But that's just eating out and going back home. We're not talking about living life like, oh, like, James, let's go out and kick it at a couple. I can't stand these motorcycles that ride past. James, let's go kick it and have a couple drinks at this place. I want to put my arm up, but this shirt, I need a new one. Got deodorant stains. But yeah, no, let's go get a couple drinks, or let's go see this mosque, then that's $70. It's going to cost you $25 just to get there and back in the Ubers. And then they're going to charge you $50 when you get there. So it's like, shit. You can live in Istanbul for cheap, but you just can't do shit. Like, you literally can't do shit. So it's like, man, MW, thank you for recommending something I've been doing for 2 years. Thank you very much. You must be new to this channel. You have to be saying that. So that being said, good country, good people, somewhat, good food, good weather, good cats running around the entire country, I should say, because it was like that in Italia too. But yeah, it's time to get back to Kenya. The amount of money, see, when you go to a new city, you're in tourist mode for the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, you're going to spend the most money. You're going to be like, oh, I want to see this place, see that place. So you're not really going to be sitting still and enjoying. Like, when I was in Kenya, I really got to see how cheap it could be living in Kenya, because I was there for 4 months. So after I got all the partying out, I had certain days where I was like, I'm going to stay inside today. I would call my cigar shop, order a cigar or two. That would be $15 to $20 to bring the cigar right to the front desk. I go get it, order food 2 times. I have 2 cigars and I eat 2 meals delivered to my house, and that was $30 in a day in Kenya. You can do that. So Right now, we're gonna do a freestyle Q&A live. I really don't have anything to talk about besides a new website. Let me show you guys a new website. So while I have not been live streaming, I have been creating a new website. It cost me a lot of money just to transfer my website over. That pissed me off, but it had to be done. Yeah, we're gonna do a Kenya fundraiser. Let's do the Kenya fundraiser right now. Actually, got a $500 fundraiser goal for Kenya. This will go on multiple days, but we need $500 today. I'll let you guys do a call in though. Would you do haircuts while interviewing other travelers? I did that in Thailand back in 2022. I interviewed a travel varsity, and I believe I cut a roll of tape. I cut his hair on the interview, and I cut somebody else, Floyd. I cut his hair while I was interviewing him twice, 3 times. I cut his hair in Romania on video, Poland on video, in Brazil. So it would be cool. I'm not too interested, but I do it. I've done it, like I said. So let's pull it up. So when you go on, this is theaustinholloman.com. You guys do know theaustinholloman.com was an online store. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it back to an online store, but for right now, it is. I'm selling a dream. I'm selling a dream, literally. Starting with this video. You got the Asian girl feeding me, cooking for me, hugging up on me. Oh, and look, white guys don't get the best. Look, I'm black. That YouTuber with that guy that had that passport bro tattooed on his arm, he don't know what he talking about. He just broke. We not in the same tax bracket. Even though I'm double his age, we shouldn't be in the same tax bracket anyway. You know what but you get what I mean. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but you get what I mean, y'all. Live the life you've always wanted. Become a client. Become a client. Austin's hot. And here's the thing. I'm qualified, and I don't need to tell you guys that. I'm qualified to sell you guys this course because you guys have watched me over the past 20 months. I believe it's been about 20 months. September, October. Yeah, 20 months. 22 months. Sorry, 22 months. You guys have seen me go all around the world and meet people and just get along with people and improve my social life as doing so. Why do I say social life and not just dating? Because I have more friends outside the United States. Not only do I have more women that I've been successful with outside the United States, I've had more friends outside the United States, male friends, than I did in the United States in 23 years. In 2 years, I have had more women that I've been successful with and more male friends, a bigger network that I built in 22 months as a compared to 23 years in the United States. So yeah, you too can get a Thai. Yeah, So I'm trying to read these comments. Sorry. Uh, it's a 12-month program. The entire program is paid up front. The first couple people that did sign up got a little deal, but from now on, you guys got to pay up front. There are services to help you guys take out money, but for my protection, without me giving you too much exclusive information up front, and then you terminating your subscription service, I need the whole thing up front. Custom plan just for you, live events, everything you need to know about building your social life, how I did it personally. You're going to join a like-minded community of people that are on the same path, same program, and my inner circle of people as well that are doing the same thing. Like I said, keep you accountable, coaching, and support necessary to achieve this fundamental lifestyle that you guys are all wanting. Obviously, a lot of people want this lifestyle that I'm doing, and that lifestyle is traveling around the world and living life on my own terms. We also had to include smoking cigars. I was going to stop smoking cigars today, but I changed my mind. So, yeah, you got to, you guys, yeah, you got to sell a dream. You got to sell a dream. Are you happy, Austin? I'm not happy here. I'm not happy here, but I got a couple places around the world where I did find my happiness. I tell you why I know me doing what I did made me happy. Because I went back to where I'm from, and I went back to where I was from, and I fucking hated it. I hated it. And I was like, wow. So I really have done something. This whole time I thought like, oh, I'm just getting on airplanes, going to different places. No, I've actually done something. So I have found my happiness. That's why when people criticize what I'm doing, I'm like, no matter what kind of comments you leave, I'm still gonna do what I want. Me doing what you want me to do does not make me happy. Who is this for? This is for a professional or entrepreneur, self-employed or successful business owner who has a burning desire to build a social circle. For example, myself. I'm going to sell myself this dream. I was a licensed barber, entrepreneur, self-employed, successful business owner. I can fit in all three of those. I guess professional as well. The whole thing, I can fit in all four of those, right? And my social life was complete shit when I was in the United States. And all I got from people around me was gaslit. You must be the problem that people don't have time to hang out with you. You must fuck you. So I'm telling people right now, in the United States, we have a gaslighting culture. You know how you guys say embrace the culture? You know how you guys say embrace the culture? Yeah, in the United States, you can embrace being gaslit. Embrace that culture. That's the culture we have in the United States. So very many times I felt like I just can't get it right. We got 227 people watching in between Twitter and YouTube. Like the video so more people go watch. Now, the first bullet point is saying that if this is you, you're probably struggling. So if you fit one of these descriptions I just gave up here above that, you're probably struggling approaching, meeting, and dating the most attractive women on the planet. Guys, you guys have seen me approach. A lot of you guys do not know how to approach. Don't tell me you know how to approach because I've hung out with you guys in multiple countries and you guys will shit your pants when a beautiful woman comes in the room. You have trouble doing that. You have trouble finding people or building relationships with other men that will help you get ahead of life. That's not easy to come by. And I'm gonna tell you, when I first started traveling, a lot of guys I was hanging out with were just good to hang out with, but they weren't good long-term guys to build your life with. Maximizing your life's potential by living on your own terms, using automation, which is what I do, to run your business to maintain a healthy social life. Because just for example, when I first started doing YouTube and I left the country, I was the only one editing my videos. I was the only one posting shorts. I was the only one doing this. I was literally doing I had pretty much just got another job. It's just the benefit of this one was I could be anywhere in the world at any time doing it. So I didn't actually start reaching my true happiness potential until I got weight off of my back. And I was able to automate a lot of things. So that way, all I have to do is do what I'm doing right now, record this. The minute this shuts off, this video goes to somebody, it'll be up. That's why you guys see two videos. I don't do that. Those other videos that you guys see me posted, I don't title those. I don't make those thumbnails. If it's not a fucking controversial or informative video, you can tell when I did it and you can tell when somebody else did it. Okay? But guess what? If I say I want to take the week off, that can be automated. That can be automated. Whenever you call to book this service that I'm telling you guys right now, you're not going to be talking to me. At some point you will. Not that I won't be the first line of contact because that would ruin my peace if I had to sit there and answer the phone all the damn time. Now, the next part. Finding like-minded people who are at or above your level to raise your standards. Guys, you do not know how important this is to hang around people who are at your level or above your level. You guys have always heard the cliche saying, you are the five people you hang around. That is very, very true. Give you guys a prime example. Uh, I used to hang around a lot of people that just were entertainment. They weren't really doing nothing with themselves, had no plan to do nothing with themselves, just entertainment. You know, they don't know themselves yet. I give you a couple things. For example, I started hanging around Jason when I was in Paraguay. I would consider him financially better than me because he is damn near 40 years old. I would hope he'd be better. You know, we got some other people in this YouTube space that are like, Austin ain't got no money. I got more money than him. Yeah, you're also almost old enough to be my fucking dad. I would hope you have more money than me. So Jason is somebody that's financially doing better than me because he has 15 years on me, right? Wesner, Casey, Patrick Red, and a few other guys I met when I was in Manaus that had all these people I just named off. All these people I just named off have 100, I mean, way less subscribers than I do. Way less subscribers, like 95,000 subscribers less than me. And I'm looking at it like, whoa, this dude is making probably 100 times more than I am in the same niche. So then I started to figure out, oh, well, I need to do this. I need to do that. How can I do what he's doing? Let me network with these people. That's part of social circle. That's why this is not a dating program. Yes, women are a part of it. Yes, but it's not only women. You guys also have to hang around men, even if they're doing the same thing, but they need to be doing better than you so you can level yourself up. Because if you only hang around men that, like you guys know, I like to deal with a bunch of women, right? But if the guys you're hanging about is that, if that's all they care about, then that's all you'll get. And eventually women get tiring. I'm getting tired of, I'm not gay or nothing. I'm just saying I am getting tired of the same scenarios and bumping into new people and starting over. I'm more likely to just stick with one person now for a while because I don't want to keep starting over stuff. Anonymous, I don't know if you're listening or not. I'm reading that. Subscribers do equal money because subscribers are exposure. Subscribers show how many people are exposed to you. You're not going to tell me that it isn't logical to think that a person with 10,000 subscribers, uh, if they're doing the same monetization outside of YouTube, they're more likely to make more money at 10,000 subscribers than at 500 if they're doing the same thing. That doesn't mean you can't make money at 500, but you get what I'm saying. So having men in your life that are doing better than you, like-minded people, raise your standards. And if you guys don't know me already, this is Austin Holloman. This is my autobiography. Not the whole autobiography, but you guys know I've been to 25 countries now, and I've lived in about 4 of them. Those 4 being Kenya, Brazil, Paraguay. Maybe we could throw Thailand in there. Maybe not. Tanzania. I was there for 5 weeks. A good amount of time there. About the same amount of time as here. You guys know I speak Portuguese fluently. Spanish is all right. I can do more than order my food in Spanish. I know enough Spanish to get some action. Expanded his social circle with like-minded, high net worth individual. I just described that to you. Built and maintained several streams of remote income. Whether if you guys want to believe it or not, this is true. Built remote streams of income. If I did not have remote streams of income, I would not be abroad for 22 months. Some people say like, oh, you just ask for donations. No, donations are just a plus. I work daily. Your other favorite content creators don't even give you enough fucking videos to watch daily. I do. That is a disgusting cough. And as you guys know, I've been featured in commercials in places like Kenya. What are people saying? This is a client that asked me to block his face out because he knows that a lot of y'all are trolls. He went to Salvador Bahia and he had a horrible experience. He went to my booking page, spoke with my assistant, and told my assistant what he wanted to do. He paid a fee and he talked to me. It's two of them. It's two people together. And I told him, hey, you guys need to go here. You need to go do this at this time. You need to wear these type of clothes. Literally the next day, later that day, but the next day they had told me that their entire trip was completely different and they loved it. Before they said they didn't even want to, they got outside their hotel room and they were in the wrong area of town. And this is why I tell you guys, booking consultations is real. Services like this are real. Being able to speak with someone that has been to a place like Salvador Bahia or wherever you want to go, and they can give you pointers is real. It's real. So, Jesus Christ, that cough back there is disgusting. And this just, if you guys want to read more of that, you can read that. You guys may have remembered Kevin when we did the Kenya live stream. He signed up to the YouTube program. You can read his testimony there as well. How does it work? I built you guys a custom one-on-one plan. We will talk and we will map out your plan for the year. So far, we have 2 people on the YouTube mentoring plan. I can only mentor about 10 or 15 people at a time. So right now in total, we have close to 4 people. So and when I get 6 or 9 more or something like that, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can't keep up with everybody. I don't give a damn if I take notes or not. 2 1-hour weekly phone call sessions where we discuss your accountability, holding you accountable, troubleshooting, and strategies to get the desired results you want. The tools, the community, the social call where we all just hang out as a group, and you can text and call me anytime or the assistant. Oh, look who it is. How to start now. You guys, if you want to start now, you click to book your consultation. It will take you to the page. And oh, look, this is what a good social life looks like. I went to this party and I spoke to every single person at this party. I know all these people at the party. This is in Kenya, by the way. This is what you call a social circle. And these are not Americans. I think out of all those people, everybody in that photo is a local except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 8 people are foreigners, and the rest are all local Kenyans. So nobody can get me with that bullshit on, oh, you don't have local friends. You only hang around Americans. Yeah, right. No. The next one is, if you guys don't know already, your boy Austin Holloman was a barber for, what is it, 2022, 4 years. 4 years. I cut hair as a full-time job, but I've been cutting hair since 2016 or 17. Now, I have a lot of barbers that follow me. I don't know why. I thought, yes, somebody said there's people actually buying this. Yes, people bought this before I had the website up. So he said them people done for you. Now we all follow each other on IG, so we kind of keep in contact with each other somewhat. Now, people love to. I told you guys I was a 6-figure barber. I was making at least $2,500 a week cutting hair. Don't have to believe it. Don't need to believe it. You know, I got my receipts that I don't need to show you. But if it ever came down to it, we could do that. If you don't believe me for whatever reason, you don't have to believe me. It'll be the same type of program, but for that thing. So but essentially what I'm doing is things that I've done that other people want to do, I will give you the game directly. I will give you the game directly, not for free. Nothing in life is free. Me sitting here talking to you is not free right now. Okay, I'm burning my gigabytes that I just bought today. He said you got to show receipts. We could. Here's my thing. We could show receipts. Yeah, the chat is interesting, right? But my thing is this: for people that don't believe that barbers can make six figures, you'll never be shit. You'll never make it. I mean, if you don't think that, let me tell you something. Every industry has millionaires, right? The janitorial industry has millionaires. There's janitorial companies. You can cut grass and then become a fucking millionaire by owning lawn servicing, landscaping businesses. Like you're fucking small minded as hell if you don't think that cutting hair, like that's something that everybody needs. Making six figures is not a lot of money. It's really not. Like if we're talking about making 100 grand, that's a little, like what is that, like $8,000 a month or some shit like that? 8,500. Let me see, 100,000 divided by 12. It's 8,333. That's not a lot of money. The real money is in selling courses. Yeah, you can make six figures cutting hair, but guess what? Being a barber, you could do exactly what I'm trying to do to tell you guys right now. I went, put in the work, I became successful at the business. Now I can teach 10 people at a time. Like I'm still a barber, right? I'm still teaching you barber stuff. You can go to old school route and open up 10 barber shops. Yeah, you'll just waste a lot of life doing that shit. But he said 100K is not six figures after tax. Okay, I mean, if you want to be technical about everything, Donald Trump's Donald Trump pays $750 in taxes one year. Does that mean he's not rich? You got to learn the game. Ignorance, again, ignorance. You guys are ignorant. It doesn't mean you're stupid. You just don't know how the real world works. So, anyway, what was the yeah, no, $8,000 is not a lot of money. It's really not. Like for people that think that $8,000 is a lot of money, you have not made a lot of money. Just being honest. Like as a monthly income. Now, if I had $8,000 in my hand and it blew in the wind, yes, that would be a huge loss. But making 8 grand a month is not a lot of money, especially if you're living in the United States. That's not a lot of money. Like people make it seem like when you make an 8 grand a month, you can just be taking vacations, going here. Your black ass is not going nowhere with no 8 grand a month. You are still very limited. You can go on vacation for 2 days. You can't take no week off. Yeah, $8,000 is comfortable money. Now you're not starving. You're not about to get evicted. You're not needing too much. You're not doing the best, but you're doing good. You can go on 2 or 3 dates a week. You can pay a $1,500 a month rent in Dallas, which is pretty good. You can have a $600-700 car note if you want to. You got the insurance, liability insurance, and you can put unleaded gas in your tank and fill it up once a week. You're not rich, you're not even close to it. Now, if you guys are living in Sao Paulo, making $8,000 a month, then yeah, you're doing pretty good. If you living in one of these developing countries, yeah, $8,000 a month is a big deal. If you making $8,000 a month in Kenya, you will feel limitless. But I'm letting you know right now, in Texas, $8,000 a month, yeah, you're not doing too much. You're not going to be doing too much. Hell, even here in Istanbul, you're not going to be doing too much with $8,000 a month. Yeah, $8,000 a month in Lima will have you very good. Anywhere you guys have seen me go to, even in Portugal, $8,000 a month will be good. Spain, $8,000 a month is what you need to be making. You need to be making $8,000 a month. But here's the yeah, you would be drowning in pisco sour. Yes, you would. But again, you guys, if you guys don't believe, if you guys think like, oh, you can't be a dating coach. I mean, not a dating coach, a coach on any of these topics, leave it. Take it or leave it. There's a YouTube mentoring. If you guys don't believe that I built 100,000, your other favorite YouTubers that talk shit about me, they're probably jealous because I surpassed them very fast. They've been on YouTube for 10 years and their relevancy was nothing compared to mine. Okay. So I'm your only friend, if you're gonna listen to anybody, listen to me. Apparently, I'm doing something right. That's why you can't keep my name out your mouth. So, one thing that a lot of barbers would like to know how I did is, how did I build a consistent clientele in under 6 months? Yes. Before I even graduated barber school, I already had a consistent clientele. Then I moved 30 miles and built a new clientele in a month. Now, it wasn't consistent until about the 6-month mark again. But every time I would switch locations, it would take about 6 months for my clientele to solidify, which I moved 3 times. And I went up on the price every 4 to 6 months. So, but anyway, and I also did not have any foot traffic because my barber shop was ducked off in the back street. You had to be looking to go to that shopping center to find my barber shop. It wasn't on the street where I had foot traffic. And I had no problem paying my rent, nothing, because I use social media to attract all my clients. I never ran ads to attract my clients. I just knew how to post, how to take my photos, what to put in the caption, when to post. I knew what I was doing, obviously. That's awesome. You see how good I got your boy looking right here. You see that beard I did on him? You don't believe it? Go look at Austin's Groomsman on Instagram. That's my barber page, Austin's Groomsman. You'll see the same photo. You'll also see me on there. So if you guys are looking to be a barber, you're serious and you want my mentorship, and I can tell you exactly how I did it, I guarantee you I will improve your results. You can either take it serious or not. It's your career, not mine. I'm done with it. I retired. I'm a YouTuber now. Now, the reason that this looks like this because I got the window open. I mean, I got the back door open, and the fucking I didn't let up the blinds. No, I'm not in a hostel. I'm in the same place I showed y'all last time. This ain't a hostel. I would never stay in a hostel. Peniel Ryder, you were saying the same thing. Guys, we have not gotten any cash apps. We have not gotten any cash apps. We're going to Kenya next month. Okay. Shadowhawk wants to join the stream. So let's hear what he has to say. What's going on?
Oh, not that much. I just want to call in and talk to all you fucking lowlifes that are listening to this stream. First of all, most of you guys don't even know where Turkey is. Without Google, you wouldn't be able to point it out on a map, and nor are the majority of you sorry, no bitch, no job, no money making having motherfuckers ever gonna get to go. I don't know why Austin used 8,000 a month as a number. Most of you motherfuckers, sorry motherfuckers, don't even make 2,000. That's why you guys go to the DR in Colombia and go be fucking weekend warriors, blow your whole goddamn wad in 3 and 4 days, because that's how fucking pathetic and low life you guys are. Okay. What I said before about Turkey is 100% true. I've sent Austin 1,000 places where to go. Austin has chosen not to go there, more than likely because they cost money. Okay, to go to the nice beach clubs in Istanbul, again, you got to have a little bit of coin that you're planning on spending that day, because you got a whole bunch of beautiful girls from Iran, a lot of beautiful girls from Syria. As Austin knows, he seems to be king of Russia and king of Ukraine. Those type of girls are there, so they're gonna be at nice fucking places where you're gonna have to go and spend some money. Again, Austin is in a I've told you guys before how important the Istanbul airport is. The last 3 years, it's won the best airport 2 years out of the three, right? You have a city of 17 million people. So what the fuck does that tell you? It should tell you that it's the European Muslim version of New York fucking city. And he's there in peak summertime. He's not there in April. He's not there in March. He's not there in September, October. Of course, they're going to split his motherfucking head open like a goddamn melon, because they have 3 or 4 months to really bring in some major fucking cash flow. Furthermore, Austin didn't happen to do any fucking research on the culture. Everybody knows that goes to Turkey and spends extensive amount of time there, and it's not Austin's fault. But again, you negotiate everything in Turkey. Everything is negotiable. There's a nice shopping center as you go towards the Bosphorus Strait, right by the Topaki Palace, where the president lives. Austin, you need to go to those bars and clubs there on the waterfront. They're not in Karakoy, but right next to Karakoy. I forget that neighborhood, but it's right by the Topaki Palace. You need to go to those bars and restaurants there on the waterfront. It's really cool because yacht parties happen there. Like, all these yachts pull up and you can hop in on these yachts with all of these girls and go and party and go hang out all night on the Bosphorus Strait. But again, you got to be willing to spend some money. It's summertime. Yeah, of course. In New York City or Los Angeles, none of you motherfuckers would be getting in the club unless you were willing to pay the door, give the doorman some money. Again, this is a city of 17 million people. If Austin thinks in top summertime he was going to walk into a fucking club in Istanbul and not have to give the doorman at least equivalent to about $20, I'm sorry that I even would have to give someone that type of fucking information who's traveled as much as Austin has.
I disagree with you. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. We were on the Asian side.
Well,
James.
no.
Wait. You don't
Okay,
even know the disagreement yet, man. You don't even
okay,
know the disagreement yet.
okay.
We went to the Asian side of town, and we were just like, you know what? Let's ask, because there was a guy that stopped us. He's like, "Oh, y'all are from the United States. I could tell by y'all's English." He's like, "I live near Los Angeles." So we asked him, "Hey, when you go to clubs here, do you just walk right in?" He's like, "Yeah, walk right in, no problem. Around this time of year, yeah." We were like, "Well, we go there. They always say couples only." He says, "Oh, well, you guys are American. It should be easy for y'all. Y'all should just grab a chick and just go in."
Exactly.
Yeah, we're no, we're Black Americans that we don't get to come here. We don't get to do that to white bitches.
I would debate that again. I think it's one where you are and how many people you approach. Again, within 72 hours of me landing in Istanbul for my first time, I met a girl that I ended up being together with for a year. Now, granted, we did live in Istanbul for only 30, 40 days. We spent the majority of our time on, like I said, the Turkish Riviera. Like you said, look, when I went to Antalya, it was nothing like, yeah, exactly. That's why me and my girl, we spent our time in Chesme, which is 1 hour outside of Izmir, which you need to go to Izmir, which is a good time because they call that city infidel city because it's where all the Christians live. And they say the girls of low morals and ill repute live in Izmir. I didn't see it that way, but Izmir is very, very open. Okay, I think it's a city that you would enjoy and do very well in. And anyways, we spent our time in Chesme, Cesme, which is probably one of my favorite places. It's an hour outside of Izmir, and the other part where we spent our time is Bodrum. Bodrum is the number one city on the Turkish Riviera. It's wild. Bars, nightclubs open 24 hours, 7 days a week, night beach clubs. It is just nothing but debauchery in Bodrum. So, and they have their own airport. Chesme does not, but you would fly into Izmir or take the bus to Izmir. And then we spent our time in Antalya. So those are the three main cities that we spent most of our time in. Oh, we spent some time in Bursa too. They're known for their skiing and their mountains and shit. But we spent most of our time on the beach. So that's what I'm saying. It's people are getting mad at me about your trip in Turkey, but people don't know. Number one, he's not going to the places that I'm telling him to go. I've sent him so many beach clubs to go to in Istanbul so that you guys can see what time it is there. He hasn't gone. Okay. The other part of that is Austin has been in Turkey for about 2 weeks. I bet he doesn't even know that there are 5 islands that Austin can take a ferry to. If Austin goes to Izmir, he can take a 30-minute ferry and go to Greece and get some of the Greece footage. So that's what I'm saying. I've sent Austin tons of places to go and see. But again, a lot of the shit that I'm saying go and see and do may or may not be within people's budget. So this is my point. If you're going to be, for example, on more of a budget, maybe it would have made more sense for Austin to go to Turkey in September so he could show you a lot more at a much better, price. And so this is again when all of us, when we're on these streams talking about travel, you know, we're trying to teach you the best ways to save money. But look, come summertime in Europe, look, homie, they gonna split your motherfucking head open like a wallet because they can. And I don't blame them. I would too. Nigga, if I can charge you $20 for a fucking drink, I'm going to do it. And I'm gonna do so with a fucking smile.
Uh, we got a super chat from Swat Princess. Shout out to you, keep bossing on me. Also, shout out to B Dub Chat. Get the likes up. Thank you for the 40,000 Colombian pesos. I appreciate it. We also got Digital Davis for B Dub is the GOAT. Make sure you unban me at Mel Merrill. Let me do that right now while we are on if I can find you. So yeah, I mean, the Russian chicks I was hanging out with told me about the islands that you're referring to.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, you could take a ferry to the islands. Like I said, you know, we lived on the European side, but I agree with you. I love the Asian side more. It's like comparing Orange County to Los Angeles County. It's a whole other different. it's a different speed. For someone like me, Orange County is the fucking place. Like the streets are paved to gold there, and that's probably how you felt on the Asian side, right?
The Asian side made me feel like I made a huge mistake coming to this side. I hate this side of town.
Really? Okay. Well, see, I don't, I love the chaos, but the Asian side is much more well put together. The streets on the European side are much more crowded. They're much more small. It's a much more ancient city. You're on the 3,000-year-old side. You know what I mean? You ain't on the brand new side where they really had city planning and civil engineering going into shit before they build stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that the Asian side is definitely brand new.
But what did your mom think of Turkey? Did she enjoy it or what?
She enjoyed it. I enjoyed in Antalya a lot more.
Yeah.
But even about what the guy was saying, like, oh, grab a chick and go in. There is even whenever I went to Antalya and I was doing my vlog, I was like, oh, I'm gonna show you guys this a club. And I walked up and there was like literally 5 or 6 security guards outside. And when I walked to the entrance of the club, they literally all blocked the club off like they knew who I was and looked at me like, what the hell are you doing? So I was like, oh, I want to go in the club. And they were like, no, it's couples only. And I was like, oh, here we go with this shit again. I said, all right, thank you. Just walked off because I'm tired of hearing that shit. We even went to a club over here on this side of town on the European side. Bobby and I, we went immediately before they even said hello. He's like, couples only. So we're like, well, we got some girls inside waiting. They were waiting on us. No, it's couples only. Well, we were like, can we pay? He wanted us to pay $40 to get in. So I'm like, fuck this shit.
That's horrible. To be honest, like I said, I met a girl within 48, 72 hours of landing. So fortunately, I guess I didn't have to go through this. And I think I sent you some pictures of her, the girl from Kazakhstan. So a lot of Kazakh girls are obviously in Istanbul as well. Maybe you step up your game as far as cold approaching more, or going to some of these beach clubs and just going up and talking to some of these girls. I haven't seen any video of you cold approaching in Turkey, man. So I'm just saying.
Now you trolling now.
No, I haven't seen any yet. I only see one video of my first day in Istanbul, and shit, I think that you had more. Did you delete some videos?
I put them on members only, but I cold approach. I feel more comfortable cold approaching in Antalya.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's so many Muslims here, and they're like so tunnel vision, and it's like you don't even feel comfortable cold approaching here. In Antalya, it felt like that was acceptable. Not here.
No, man, it's definitely acceptable. I think it's your fears of what you think the Muslim religion is as what it is in Turkey, and I think it's a lot more open than. Think about it. All right, over 40 million people a year go to Turkey. Okay, and everybody that's listening to this stream, they have never in their life heard someone complain about Turkey. So if millions of people that you've seen and heard have gone to Turkey and nobody ever has anything bad to say about Turkey besides Austin, who, by the way, had bad things to say about Spain, who, by the way, said Brazil was his favorite country and I want to marry a Brazilian girl, but was complaining in Brazil, I'm starting to think lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice, let alone 3 times. So maybe the fucking problem is Austin.
No, it's just the thing is about Brazil. I was complaining about a specific city.
Yeah, that's true. I told you Sao Paulo was fucking awful. I can't believe you stayed there as long as you did. I had to leave after 3 days. How long did you stay?
I stayed 5 weeks, but
Damn.
whenever you go on to where I went in Brazil, like I for sure didn't complain about Salvador. I didn't complain about Rio. I
But
didn't
how come
complain
you didn't
about.
go to Florianopolis? I said, bro, leave Sao Paulo alone. Why? Just out
Okay,
of
but
curiosity, why didn't you go to
I didn't
Florianopolis?
complain. I didn't complain about Manaus for sure because I had a damn good time there. Besides,
Really?
it was yeah. I
Manaus
had a
is worth a damn?
no. It's not. It is for
Oh,
dating, but nothing else. Like it's
oh,
boring as hell. But I
yeah.
didn't complain about his Cife because I mean I was there 3 days and I smashed two chicks. So like
Well, you can't complain about beach towns. I mean, you're going to meet more open-minded people. That's why Antalya was like a different, you probably felt you were in a different country, right?
it did. But this is
Yeah.
my thing. I went to five, really six cities in Brazil, and I complained about one.
Yeah, no, all right. But I'm just saying, the last three places that you've been to, minus Lisbon, which actually ended up being one of your favorite cities, and I told you it was an amazing city and one of my favorite. I'm saying the majority of places where I tell you to go, you end up really liking, like Buenos Aires, like fucking Santiago, like Uruguay, Montevideo, and you didn't even go to Punta del Este, which makes Montevideo seem like dog shit. But in Lima, I kept mentioning Lima. So my point is to you fans that always want to run your fucking mouth and have some negative shit to say. First of all, you guys can't tell Austin a goddamn thing because you sorry hand jerking on your dick with some lotion because you ain't got no bitch and ain't never had no bitch and ain't never traveled nowhere. You can't tell Austin a goddamn thing. So I would say I'm batting at a good 85-90% of where I tell Austin to go. He actually, for the most part, ends up having a good time and enjoying the cities. I'm not going to be right all of the time. For example, Austin likes Paraguay. A nigga like me couldn't stay in Paraguay longer than 2 or 3 days. So that's my point. We're not always going to 100% agree, but at least Austin likes the country of Turkey. He just doesn't like Istanbul, but the nigga is saying he would have a good damn Putin loving daughter time in Antalya. And he'll be back. Watch, this nigga's gonna end up with a Russian girl from fucking Moscow, and you niggas are gonna get mad, because guess what? Spirit don't fly to Moscow, motherfuckers. Yeah, yeah, you ain't never going there. Yeah,
Then
yeah.
guess what? You know what? That means I'm not the problem. If we think about how many countries I've actually complained about or cities, we could throw the whole Philippines in there. I didn't like that. We can
Really, it's
say,
not good. It's not good, huh?
yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'll go back, but I'm not really into
Well,
that.
your boy
Uh,
Floyd, that's all he talks about is the damn Philippines.
yeah, I don't know why, but I didn't like. I didn't like Sao. I liked Sao Paulo. I just didn't love it. I didn't like
Well, I tell you what,
Madrid.
you go to Florianopolis, you ain't never gonna go to Sao Paulo again. I hate that fucking place.
I didn't
That
like Madrid.
I told you. Yeah, it's a 3 day, 3-4 day city at
Yeah,
max for me. And
yeah,
that bitch was
7 days
hot,
is
wasn't
fast.
it? How hot was it there?
It was pretty hot, but it was hotter. The hottest city I've been to since I left since I left Peru. No, the hottest city I've been to this year was either between
Madrid.
Cartagena or Antalya. It
Are
was
you got?
hot, in Madrid, but it wasn't like Antalya.
Are you gonna do Egypt?
Yeah, I actually met an Egyptian chick while I was out here, and she's half Egyptian, but yeah, she told me whenever I go, she would show me around when I got there. But we haven't
Well,
been able to get any. We haven't been able to get any Turkish chicks. All the chicks that we've been succeeding with are like foreigners.
Well, I mean, it may happen that way. I think in Bodrum and in Izmir, it will be a different dynamic. Um, well, actually, Bodrum is full of foreigners too, but I think you'll have a chance of meeting everyone there. Go to Bodrum because your audience does deserve that because it's debauchery, bro. It is straight from morning to early in the morning. It's nothing but bars and beach clubs 24/7. They even have the yacht beach club. You know, where you get on that yacht, but it's so big and massive. It's actually a beach club, and it goes and it like that one that they have out in Thailand. They had the exact same one in Turkey. It's like 40 or 50 bucks to get on it, but it's well worth it because every goddamn girl in Bodrum is on that bitch.
Really?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, guess what? I got 9 more days here, and then I'm going back to Kenya.
Really? Ah,
I bought my flight out of Turkey the day I was flying into Turkey.
oh man, you're missing the best part. You've got to see Chesme and Bodrum. So you bought your ticket. There's no way out of it. You're going to Kenya, huh?
Yeah, even if I wanted I wanted to go back to Kenya earlier. Once they kept hitting me with this no couple shit or whatever that is, it was gonna cost more to fucking switch the ticket because I don't ever buy changeable tickets because I always think when I buy a ticket, I know I'm gonna leave that day.
Where are you gonna be in October? Because I told you I paid for my Munich, Budapest, and Vienna shit, all of that stuff. So first stop is Munich, and then I'll go to Salzburg, which is in Vienna. Excuse me, Austria, then Vienna, and then from Vienna to Budapest. So that's my October. Plan. Are you going to still be in Kenya, or where are you going to be in October?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna be in Kenya until New Year's.
Oh, okay then. All right, for sure. I'll meet up with you. I'm flying on fucking Lufthansa, and if you've never flown on Lufthansa, nigga, make sure you fly on that. That's the German airline carrier. That shit
Oh
is
yeah,
pimp.
I know.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
about Lufthansa.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. See, y'all motherfuckers don't even know what Lufthansa is, let alone can't even spell it. Yeah, it's a much longer word than spirit, niggas. Yeah. Hey, Iomi Koma, you're a sorry, low-life piece of shit. You ain't got shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You ain't traveled nowhere, and you're always running your goddamn mouth. Why don't you do yourself a favor, put a cock in your mouth, and shut the fuck up and learn something, you piece of shit? Yeah.
Yeah, but after that, man, when I go back to Africa, I think I'll stay there in Kenya until New Year's, at least for sure 3 months, and I think I'm gonna hit Madagascar after that.
Nah, nigga, South Africa.
South
Madagascar
Africa.
is gonna be sleepy. I'm telling you that, man. That's for couples. You know what I'm saying? Like all right.
I
If
can
you're
see that.
upset in Turkey, I don't think Madagascar is gonna be the place for you. I mean, I don't know, maybe, but I wouldn't choose that over South Africa or Zanzibar. Did you go to Zanzibar?
No, I've only had a layover in Zanzibar.
Right. I mean, if you're in Kenya, Tanzania shares a border with them, it would make more strategic sense to go to fucking Zanzibar and go meet some bitches there. I know Zanzibar got them hoes.
Well, I mean, I know they do too, but the locals in Tanzania were telling me, like, oh, that's a place that you go. Some people would say it's a place you go to with a girl. Other people would say it's so much fun, you only need to be there for 4 or 5 days and then leave. So I don't know which one to believe.
Well, I would say it's probably a combination of both, because I could see motherfuckers going there losing their mind, drinking too much and spending too much money on them big African asses over there, because it's like Colombia but safer. I saw a whole special on it, and all of these fucking German girls go down there to get dicked down by these fucking BBCs and shit. All of the girls from Czech Republic and Germany be running down there to go get gas piped.
Yes, they do. Yes, they. I piped a couple of them myself when I was in Tanzania, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so then it's true then. All right, yeah, because
It's very true. It's very that there's a if you see a white woman in Africa, she's only there for one reason.
yeah, to get that mandingo, huh?
If she's not with her husband, she's only there for that.
Oh yeah, the DR too. Yeah, they be all in the DR. It's like something is not right here. And then that fucking special had to come out. I'm like, wow, okay. But then they want to shame the men for doing the same thing. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got to vote Trump in November, because these damn liberals have lost their goddamn mind. You know what I mean?
Casey
Yeah.
Brown said $5 for Kenya about to have a generation of blue-eyed, red-beard babies. Yes, Casey will be out there in Kenya with me at the same time. At the same
Well,
time.
he
So
should
that'll be a
go because I want to
vlog.
see if you start complaining about the white shit when he's down there in Africa. And guess what? He's white in Kenya. He should do very fucking well because he's a fucking minority there.
I hung out with white dudes in Kenya. No, that wasn't because when I was in Africa, people were trying to tell me like, oh, they prefer white men, and I was like, hey, I'm not really seeing that shit. I wasn't really seeing that. Nor did I see a lot of white people for that to be an issue anyway. But in Latin America, yeah, that was an issue.
Right. The gentleman's asking about Lima. I stayed in, to answer your question, sir, I stayed in Miraflores. So that's one of the top 2 neighborhoods in Lima. Austin, where did you stay? Did you stay in Miraflores or did you stay in okay. So
Miraflores?
yeah, so Miraflores, again, for me, someone like me, if I were going to live in South America, which, is a strong possibility. For me, Europe is the promised land, but I like South America and there's a lot of potential there. But for me, Europe is the promised land. But to answer your question, sir, if I were to live in South America, more than likely, first of all, Florianopolis would be my number 1 choice in Brazil, and followed by Lima. So if that gives you any peace, hopefully so. Oh, Buenos Aires would be a tight number 3, tied with Santiago, Chile. But it's Lima, you get more bang for your buck. And also, in my opinion, the nightlife is better in Lima. Austin may agree or disagree. Do you say the nightlife is better in Lima or in Santiago, Austin?
Lima.
Yeah.
Lima.
Okay.
It's more predictable in Lima.
Right. Did you find the girls easier to talk to in Peru than in Chile?
Oh, everything was easier in Peru.
Right. So that's what I'm getting at, sir. I would say if I were to live in South America, that Florianopolis, Brazil, and Lima, Peru would be my first 2 choices. You get good bang for your buck. The food is really good. The people are really nice. And the country is very, very beautiful. And, for those of you that are American and have things that you need to do in America, a nonstop flight from Lima to the U.S. is 6 hours. So it's not a bad flight at all. Obviously, for Medellin. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me clarify something too. Sorry to cut you off. You guys remember we got the $700 cash app for everybody to be on screen. B-Dub, everybody knows who B-Dub is. So he's been on screen multiple times, demonetized the stream multiple times. So I think we know who B-Dub is. Nobody brought this up, but I just thought about this. But if you are joining the stream, we do need you to cam up. But B-Dub, everybody knows B-Dub. So he's put in his face card many times.
Well, and also probably doing something that I shouldn't be doing. I'm taking my little smoke break. And I'm not fitting to incriminate myself. Yeah. Yeah, and you guys would be clearly able to see my location. I ain't stupid. Yeah, no, none of that, homie. I'm not getting my shit fucked up. But we were on something. Kenya is black, little to no white worship. Well,
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, you mean to tell me Kenya is that good you can spend 3 months there?
I did already.
And where specifically? Nairobi?
Yeah, Nairobi, that's pretty much all you need to see. I've been to Mombasa and another city called Nakuru. You can go to Mombasa, it's not.
Yeah. So, but do they have beach clubs and shit in Kenya?
Yeah, they do in Tanzania too, but they have beach clubs in Mombasa. I didn't see it.
Well,
I was the only one there.
Well, they have nonstop from Munich to Nairobi. I may meet you out there if it's that fucking good. And also, the prices will probably get even better in October, I would assume. Wait, what's their seasons there? When does their official summer start and end?
I believe when I was there last year, it was still cold at night around this time, but it started to warm up. It seemed to be spring around September, October.
Okay, so if I rented a pimp place in Nairobi, say for $1,500 or less, I could do pretty well. Get a nice spot for what, 1,000, 1,500. How? I mean, to get a nice, I want to be in the middle of the city. I want to walk outside. I don't want to know. I don't have the attitude or personality for the fuckery. So if I have to spend more money for better location, fine. But I don't want to be in no sleepy part of town. So how much is it for a month in the middle of everything in Nairobi?
Airbnb is a ripoff in Nairobi. So if you're gonna do Airbnb, it's gonna be to stay in like Westlands. You're gonna pay about $1,500 a month.
Okay. All right. So what do you use, or do you actually go to a rental agent? Like you'll rent up Airbnb
I
for
got
like
a
2 or 3 days, and then you'll meet a realtor. Is that how you do it?
Yeah, I got the same realtor that got me in my apartment last time. She's got me an apartment already. She's already picked out an apartment for me in a good part of town, too, a really good part of town.
So
That's
she
only
could
gonna.
do the same for me. Like what part of town are you living in? I'm sure you're living in where everything is. So I would assume they probably have more units in your building, right?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be there. There's two parts, there's 2 to 3 neighborhoods where everything is. The main one is Westlands. That's the most expensive, but like the most of the shit that you will be doing is there. Then they have Parklands, which is just right next to Westlands. They have Kilimani, which is where I'll be staying at this time. I've never stayed there, but I've been there for multiple occasions. There's stuff there. It's like half of what you would get in Westlands, but it's still stuff there. It's still 2 or 3 nice clubs, a mall there. But Westlands is a spot. Like if you want to stay busy 24/7, Westlands is a spot.
Really? Okay. Well, then that sounds pretty interesting. I hate to admit, the only place I've been to in Africa was Morocco, and Morocco's the shit. And Morocco has the baddest women on the planet, pound for pound. I think even more beautiful than the Brazilians on average, because you got to remember, Brazil has a population damn near the size of the United States. Like they have like 200 and something million people. Okay. Morocco only has a population of 10 million people. So damn near half the size of Istanbul, which is the city where Austin's at now, and every other fucking woman is absolutely mind-boggling beautiful. I have never seen a population on average, pound for pound, more beautiful than the Moroccan people. Seriously, inside and out. They're very nice people, great country, great food, and the tea there surprisingly is even better than the tea in Turkey. How are you enjoying that Turkish tea, by the way, Austin? Are you drinking lots of it?
Yeah, I drink it every day, probably once a day.
Yeah, it's some good shit. Where's James never shutting the fuck up, always talking ass at? God
He's at
damn,
the
that
house.
nigga can talk.
He's
God
at the
damn, he
house.
can.
He's at the house right now. He's getting his transplant in the morning.
Oh, his hair transplant.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
should tell that motherfucker to come to the stream and talk us to sleep. That one stream, he literally talked straight for 4 hours. I was like, God damn, this is brutal. If the CIA said, listen to James talk for 4 hours, or waterboard. Waterboard, sir. Please, waterboard. Waterboard.
Yeah, but James is cool though, man. Me and James
I love
hang out every.
James.
Yeah, James
Nah.
and I hang out. That's right, y'all talk. That's right, y'all talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I love James. No, he's a good dude. I just be talking shit, man. You know what I mean? I just be talking shit. Where's Floyd? Is he in jail or is he out of jail?
Nah, I talked to him the other day. He's not in jail. Last stream I seen, he said he was going to Colombia, but what we talked about on the back end, I don't know what's really about to happen.
Well, he needs to stop fucking around. Uh, he needs to, you know what I mean? He needs to really, out of all people in the world, to leave Colombia alone. He should be the one to really. He needs to stop while he's ahead. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah,
block is almost hot. I mean, he almost got popped in the DR, and the DR to me is 1,000 times safer than Colombia. 1,000 times safer. Um, and the Dominican Republic aren't real evil people. Like, they're warm hearted, they're nice. I mean, they don't want to fuck you up or kill you. They will, but they're going to do their best to try to avoid it. You know what I mean? They don't want to fuck their economy up and have people not coming through there spending money for tourism, because the whole Dominican Republic, the whole country is tourism. Without tourism, they have no country. You know what I'm saying? So they really don't want that smoke in the DR. That's what I'm telling you guys. If you guys want to do pay for play and go trick, I'm telling you, the Dominican Republic is way safer than Colombia. Way safer. Now, to me, the girls aren't as beautiful, in my opinion, but you guys may think other. Hey, Austin, did you ever go to the DR or no?
no, I need to.
Okay, so Floyd did. You did not. Okay. For me, the Colombian girls more do it for me more. But again, I mean,
It depends what Colombian girls we talking about. Me like the Paisas in Medellin, I don't get the hype. They all look the same. But in Cali and Cartagena, they had some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
now I've never been to Cali, and I didn't think it was gonna be worth it. But you guys seem to tell me I'm missing something.
Yeah, yeah. It's nothing to do over there. Like
Right.
it's if it wasn't for the women, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. But I mean, it's not as boring as Paraguay.
Well,
But
I don't. Shit, hell isn't as
Paraguay,
boring as Paraguay.
yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff. Paraguay is very, very boring. But Cali, there's a little more to do. There's, especially since there's a lot more expats in Cali compared to Paraguay, so you can always have other Americans you can hang out with. The Americans have their own like restaurants and stuff. They have like Gringo Tuesdays. They ain't got none of that in Paraguay. You're not gonna find an American restaurant in Paraguay. You're not, at least that in 6 months that I never saw. You're not gonna find a Gringo Tuesdays. Like, that's literally a spot that I just was hanging out at to save some money and just keep working.
Well,
Nothing
yeah,
over
that's
there.
what it's for. It's for solace and peace for you to, focus on your money. And then once you get your business going where it is, and you hop on the first plane, more than likely to Rio. Oh, wait, also to the other gentleman that asked that question. Uh, my favorite city in all of South America is Rio. So, but Florianopolis, in my opinion, is a better place for for life, meaning you could walk around in Florianopolis, any part of Florianopolis, at 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and nothing is going to happen to you. That's how rich and how beautiful Florianopolis is. But, for someone's first time to Brazil, you more than likely are going to probably choose Rio. So it just really depends on you and your life. Austin would probably choose Rio. Someone like me would live in Florianopolis and go hang out with Austin in Rio. You know what I mean? Come in on weekends, party out for 2, 3 days, and hop on the first fucking plane right back to Florianopolis. So, yeah.
Yeah, Theo says, where would you go for a 1 week trip to enjoy food and go on a few dates? I don't care about the cost. Montevideo, Sunshine, Santa Cruz, de la Sierra, Bolivia. Uh, Montevideo, I had to kind of figure out how to date there. Like, I didn't get a date until my fifth or sixth day there, I think. It took me like 5 days to get a date, but Santa Cruz was the same thing, but it's because they were just rude as hell compared to the rest of the South Americans in Santa Cruz. Like, you walk up to somebody and just say hello, they just walk right past you. So good
Is what's it
food.
called on your list? What's it called? Uh, fuck, where the cartel guy escaped Quito, Ecuador. It wasn't, it was Guayaquil he escaped from. But you never did Ecuador, did you? Because I hear Ecuador is the shit. I have not been to Ecuador either, if someone's going to ask, but it's high on my to-do list.
No, I haven't been. I know Casey's been to Ecuador, but to answer the question, Theo, yes, Bolivia is nowhere near like Lima. It's still a good vibe in Bolivia, but there's a lot more to do in Lima, and there's a beach in Lima. There's more attractive women in Lima, and the women are way freakier in Lima than they are in Bolivia. Like in Bolivia, like the women, yeah, if you go on a date, you're smashing, but like they're not the most attractive on average. They have some attractive women, just on average, no. Lima, yes, like I smashed the first day, second day, third day, fourth day. Like I couldn't. It felt like I couldn't really lose too much over there in Lima.
Well, then what, the inquiring minds want to know, what did you do to fuck it up with the redhead in Bolivia? She was actually pretty good looking. So what did you do to fuck that one up?
I didn't fuck that one up. She was a really good girl, so I'm not gonna put her on the spot. But there was just some issues that we wouldn't see an eye to eye on. But she was a good girl. She was very friendly, had a really good vibe to her. She didn't mind being on YouTube, which is also always a plus. She could handle criticism from my fucking commenters very well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They were being their normal selves, huh?
yeah,
It's
they were like,
amazing.
yeah, they said you could have stayed in Texas for this. He went overseas and got a Latina Keisha or Latina Ratchet, whatever the hell they call her. She
And the
was
sad
cool. I
part
mean,
is they're sitting at home alone and clowning you.
yeah, that's my
And
thing.
that's sad.
I like if a chick has a good vibe, like the way how she looks to me just goes up instantly. She could be a 6, but if she has a really really nice attitude, she could be an 8 just off how she's acting. Just that's just like the restaurant girl in Peru. Like she wasn't a Colombia chick, like she wasn't a Colombian, but she was pretty. But the way how she act just made her look super beautiful based off of how much energy she had.
Right. Right. Just John, beat up. What are some things I need to wait? I need to get to Europe. Any tips, apps, accessories? The first app, the most important app for me when traveling anywhere, whether in particularly Europe and South America, would be Hopper. One, I think it's the best airplane buying app. I think it's the most efficient. I think their customer service is great. I think their warranties and things that they offer are the greatest. I don't use any other app when it comes to buying flights now. And this has been going on for like the last 3 or 4 years than Hopper. So that's the first application I would have. Number
I
two,
use
right. Yeah, I think I sent you the that link a while back. This is, I think, when I was in Colombia and you were somewhere. I think I had sent you the Hopper app back then. But the other app I use is Booking. Booking I've been using nonstop, hardcore, probably for the last 5 or 6 years. I think the real last time I really used Airbnb hardcore was when I was in Croatia. So I think Booking is a better, more efficient app. But on top of that, you get rewards with Airbnb. You could book 1,000 stays and you get nothing from them. And so I think Booking just offers you more bang for your buck. And I think they reward you when you do more business with them. And that, I can appreciate. And then for some of you guys that are scared of cold approaching, that have no personality, that have no pizzazz, that have, just about no hope, I'm sure you I'm just talking shit, guys. No, I'm just fucking with you. Obviously, the Tinder app and all of that shit will work very well for you guys while overseas, and particularly the Baltics, because there's next to no minorities in the Baltics. The Baltics are the whitest of white countries in all of Europe. I mean, maybe arguably besides Belarus, which actually literally does mean white Russian. I would say that you should do probably pretty decently well on those apps. But those girls are very easy to talk to there, very approachable in the Baltics. So for some of you guys that have balls, this talk to them at the bars. Talk to them at the beaches. And yes, they do have beaches in the Baltics. And yes, that fucking water is absolutely fucking cold. Okay, in summertime. But they're used to it. So there will be a lot of girls at the beaches in the Baltics. But, good luck hopping in that water and not screaming at the top of your lungs. Anyways, you'll do well in the Baltics. I would fly into Tallinn, Estonia first. Personally, I would start from Estonia and work my way down, go to Riga, and then from Riga go to Vilnius, Lithuania. That's the way I would do it. Or I would start from Vilnius, Lithuania, and work my way up to Estonia. Either way, you want to go about it strategically, and either one of those two ways would be the best way to do it. If you can spare an extra 3 days, I would tell you to take the ferry from Tallinn to St. Petersburg, Russia, which I personally think is the most beautiful city in the world. I think it makes Paris look like dog shit. I think it makes London look like dog shit. And that, you would do yourself a great favor if you could by going to St. Petersburg. And that's how you get away around the visa requirements, because if you're an American, you need a visa to go to Russia. But if you take the ferry there, they'll give you 72 hours in St. Petersburg, and you don't need a ferry, a visa, but you have to leave from the port of Tallinn, Estonia, or you have to leave from Helsinki, Finland. You have to leave from either one of those ports. If you do, you'll get 72 hours in St. Petersburg and no visa. And if you guys can do it, I would definitely say for you guys to do it. So hopefully I've answered your question.
Marley Tally, thank you for the $20 super chat. If you guys are enjoying the show, remember, you guys, we are still doing a Kenya fundraiser at $Austin Holloman, or you can just go to the website and book the mentorship with your boy Austin Holloman. B-Dub, let's talk about this mentorship. I see you said that you had a lot to talk about my programs. What's going on?
Oh no, I was just talking shit, bro. You know I am. I'm just fucking with you. Hey man, you're like my little brother. I admire your game. I admire your hustle. I love seeing what you're doing and how you've evolved and how you keep adapting. You out of all people should know to take me with a grain of salt. I'd just be talking shit, but no, man.
Yeah,
I think it's great what you're doing. I think these ideas are very good and very, very valid, to be honest. And honestly, the majority of your fucking audience needs help. They do. A lot of you motherfuckers shouldn't be allowed to leave the goddamn country. If it was up to me, a lot of you bastards wouldn't be allowed to go nowhere, honestly. So they need help.
I keep telling them that, like, they think that it's just they're like, oh, you want to be a dating coach? Some of you guys do need to know how to maneuver just in general, not even just in other countries, just in general. But what's your opinion on this? I covered up the passport bro tattoo today.
Well, I mean, honestly, I call myself a passport bro. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just more so than passport bros. It's black people, and then there's niggas. So that's really what it is. So if you want to cover up anything, cover up nigga. Not the passport bros, because if black people, well, not black people, if niggas didn't act like niggas when they go places, you wouldn't have felt the need to cover up nothing about passport bros. It's niggas that made us look bad, not passport bros or black people. that can travel the places and act like we have some goddamn sense, not get arrested, not have any situations with girls from having four dudes run up in a girl and then she get mad and go crazy because y'all don't have no money to pay her. So all four of you skeeted in her, and now when it comes time to paying the bitch, she has to go crazy and literally fight four of you goddamn gorillas because y'all went over there, you weekend warriors with your $300, $400, $500 and you can't afford to pay the girl that not one of you, but you, your homie, your homie's friend, his friend all smashed the girl, and now she has to fight you for her money. Like, you motherfuckers shouldn't be allowed to go nowhere. And you guys are the ones that really Austin needs to train. You know, like honestly, he has to train some of you bastards. Seriously, because you're embarrassing. And in a lot of these countries, if you don't have someone, like in Austin or whoever, you motherfuckers gonna end up in a goddamn ditch. For real. Like, keep playing. Keep fucking playing. And guess what? You gonna be the lucky goddamn winner at the Grim Reaper's house. Keep playing.
What do y'all think? What do you think about the American that just got found dead in Copacabana? He tried to take three girls up to his room and they ended up killing him.
Again, how stupid was that? Look, guys, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give y'all another banger for free because honestly, I love you guys, and a lot of you guys are just stupid as fuck.
Cash App told us only $20, anonymous. We need that 500 today, man. We only had $20. Go ahead, B-Dub.
If you're going to fuck with girls in any of these countries, again, this is why I don't recommend poor ass countries. Again, Austin might not 100% love Turkey. Again, it's an amazing country. Again, it's in my top 5 countries in the world. Austin is in Istanbul, but if he was in Antalya staying there, he would have a whole other opinion. In fact, he already told you he loves Antalya. He just doesn't like Istanbul, right? So it still means Turkey is a good country. It has a lot of potential. He just sees no potential in Istanbul. He sees a great, bright future in Antalya. And as many fucking Russian girls as he seemed to be running into, he does have a very bright fucking future in Antalya. He really does. He would be the fucking king of Antalya if he dedicated his time there. He'd be like a black Muscovite. He would. He'd have Svetlana. Yeah. he would. He did. They seem to really like him there. So, again, Turkey is a great country, but this is why I don't recommend poor shitholes. So, I like Brazil. I love it. It's one of my favorite countries. But even still, Brazil is not a country where you meet 3 random bitches and take them to your fucking hotel room. If you guys are going to trick, no problem. Go trick, have fun. That's what you're supposed to be fucking doing if you're single, but do it correctly. Go to upscale clubs. Yes, it's going to cost you more than getting a girl off the street, but the difference is you're going to make it home alive. If you're going to go to Medellin, don't fuck with those streetwalkers. Only get your bitches from this club in Lorales called Luna Lanera. In Lorales, go to Lorales, go to this club called Luna Lanera. The bitches there are top notch. It's beautiful, and they have rooms there. All right, and go to the other one, the super high class one, La Isla. Go to La Isla and get your bitches in there. Those rooms are so beautiful and spotless. It makes even the rooms in the Four Seasons look like dog shit. Okay, straight up. So if you're going to go trick, do it correctly and not get yourselves fucking killed by trying to save an extra $30 or $40. Is $30, $40 in savings worth your goddamn life? Seriously, guys, use your fucking head. Stop only thinking with your dick. You got to get the ultimate thing is you need to get home to your friends and family and people that love you. So stop being stupid. Only go to clubs, establishments to go run up in these girls and then go get your Uber back to your house. Go to your fucking house alone. Okay, it's not Turkey where they actually have a real government and a real security forces and shit where the goddamn police don't even fucking wear uniforms. They dress as citizens and shit. And they're all out through that bitch. And Austin has ran into many of them. He just didn't know. So that's what
Really?
I'm saying. Yeah, you've run into many, you just didn't know. So
Wow.
James will tell you he should know. He's ex-military. He should be able to pick up on it.
James is hilarious.
Yeah, he is. He's an interesting guy. He gets his hair transplant tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah.
What about the other guy that you're with? He was a nice guy, the other gentleman, but I guess he booked up out of Istanbul too, huh?
He went to Uganda. I was telling him with James and Bobby when I got to Antalya, I was like, yeah, this is completely different. This does touch the Mediterranean, but it's not really a beach city like Antalya. So it's a beach city. The women look completely different. They're not all a bunch of Muslims walking around. It's slightly cheaper there. The vibe is more there, like nightlife wise. Like the women are more choosy, like they're more approachable. Literally, it was like you said, a different country. Like it was completely different there versus here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like Antalya much better. And honestly, I think after Kenya, I think you should probably give Antalya. Well, honestly, you need to see the Turkish Riviera again. Bodrum and Chesme and Mamaris, Fethi, all of that is debauchery. It's fun. It's wild. It's a good time. But you already bought your ticket for Kenya, so you want to see some black people and all that shit. I get it. Well, actually, I don't. But but
I get it.
yeah.
No, I love. There's been some Africans that I've been out. Well, I don't really count Moroccans as Africans, but there's been some black Africans that I've been fooling with out here in Istanbul. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we've been to Europe, we've been to Latin America for 9 months. It's time to be surrounded by black folks again.
No, you're right, man. I'd be talking shit. Honestly, I've been wanting to go to Kenya and Tanzania in particular, but also there's a lot of business opportunities out there, bro, which you can get in these new mid-rise and high-rise developments, bro, for $100,000. Like,
Cheaper
and
than that.
well, yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying, 100,000 will at least get you a nice 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 bedroom. It'll get you something where even if the economy got really fucked up, you could still have a roommate move in and pay essentially for your mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like if shit gets really, really fucking bad. You know what I mean? But a 1 bedroom, it's hard to cash flow that if the economy really fucking turns. You know what I mean?
I think in Tanzania, I think the it was like a huge 1 bedroom that they were building in Dar es Salaam, and it was overlooking the entire city. It was a beautiful. I had it on video. It was a beautiful apartment. I think they wanted like $50,000 for it.
Are you serious?
Beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful too. It was. I have it on video. I had to pull it up. Theo sent $20 for thoughts on dating women of different socioeconomic classes. Older I get, less I get involved with a woman that has nothing going on. I agree, and we know B Dub agrees with that. Found high end princess women are a headache as well. Not sure if I figured it out. I agree with everything you just said. I made a statement when I first got to Paraguay last year that a chick either needs one of the two or both, a job and a car. And more than likely, if she has a car, she needs a job as well. But broke, poor chicks that ain't got nothing, at least if they don't come from some money, they either got to come from some money or they got to be, able to sustain themselves. They don't need to be a boss bitch, but they need to be able to sustain themselves because even though it's cheaper, it does get annoying just having somebody around that's just like leeching off of you. Now, I will say that's one thing I did like about Sao Paulo. There was chicks that I was still smashing that would still split the date without me asking.
Well,
You know,
again, Sao Paulo, them bitches got to have some money. You saw the rent in Sao Paulo, and that's looking at it as an American. So imagine getting paid their type of wages. What type of woman lives in Sao Paulo, especially in a neighborhood like you or near you, that's not an average woman. That's a top grade Brazilian girl that you're fucking with. Like those girls at the bar you were with in Sao Paulo, I could tell by how they were dressed and what they were wearing. Yeah, nah, nah, those were the type of women you guys need to be fucking with. What can a broke bitch offer you besides some pussy? And honestly, most of you guys, after hitting that same pussy for a week, are going to be over it after a week or 2 weeks. So, what else can she offer you? You know, this is where Wesna and I always have disagreements. He's always talking about, well, a woman lives with me. I don't need her to do anything or anything because I have my money. It's not a matter of that. It's because when you fuck with low bottom grade women, you get low bottom grade mentality. Again, my friend, unfortunately, that I told you guys was killed on December 10th, okay, of last year. Asian guy, right? So, and he was fucking with a low grade bottom rent mentality girl that actually ended up having a boyfriend who was, you know, involved in a gang and had some other friends with him murder my friend in December 10th of last year. Okay. So again, if he was fucking with a girl like the ones Austin was talking to in Sao Paulo, he would be alive today. So this is my point. You fuck with low bottom grade, bottom rent, bottom pussy that's fucked every American that's gotten off a goddamn Spirit airplane, which means her shit is probably infected with some STDs that even doctors don't even have a fucking cure for yet, right? So just guys, think more highly of yourselves. Even if you have to be single longer, it's better for you to be single longer than to fuck with the low grade bottom rent mentality girl because it may cost you your fucking life. Seriously, it cost my friend his fucking life. Do you have anything else to add, Austin?
No, give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. I guess you guys put up another question or something, and I'll try to answer it. If any other questions are coming up, uh, I'm going to say this, guys, that uh, I still stand by my recommendation of the Turkey. Again, Austin has not seen the cities that I've told him to see, but if and when he does, he's gonna have a great fucking time as he enjoyed Antalya, and he got him fucking one of Putin's daughters over there. Whether she was cute, and she wasn't even wearing no makeup. She was wearing next to no makeup. So imagine what she looks like when she's going out on a date. I was like, damn, Austin then found him a little Moscow girl. Yeah. You know, all jokes aside, half nigga, half Russian babies are very beautiful.
Tony Rome says, "Ask Hawk, is Medellin becoming dangerous?" Yeah, he's against Medellin from what I know.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, if you're gonna go, again, it's a great city, great nightlife. I mean, I love Medellin. It's dangerous as fuck. So if you're going to go, my number one recommendation is if you're gonna fuck with the bitches, and every single guy here that's going to Colombia definitely has pussy on his brain. I know it. I get it. Shit, so did I. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. But you guys, when you go to Medellin, go to Luna Lanera in Laurales or go to La Isla. It's at the top of the hills in Medellin. It's really nice upscale place. And they got more security than the fucking president of the United States. I'm telling you, ain't nobody getting in La Isla with no bullshit. Before they even get in the club, they're gonna be machine gun there. I'm telling you, you know who runs that club when you pull up and you see the amount of security there. No lie, they have no less than 100 bodyguards there ready for some bullshit. So you take a guess who probably, I'm just taking an educated guess on what type of people own and run that club. Because I have never seen security like that at a club in my fucking life. And I'm from LA and I've been to award shows and shit that didn't have that level of security. I'm not fucking lying. Austin, have you ever been to La Isla in Medellin?
Yeah, I went on my first trip.
How many security guards were there?
It was a lot of security guard. It was definitely a place you don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Pay for quality. And honestly, it's going to be the best pussy in all of Colombia, meaning it's not going to have no STDs or nothing. To work in that club, they test you and shit. So you ain't going to be getting no a rank, a degenerate, infected ass pussy in there. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you're going to get home alive. The third thing is the food and the drinks there and the show. Like these girls actually have to be professional. Like the shit that they do on the poles, and like it's a real full on like high level production. It's not no fucking shit club. You know what I mean? So just stay away from the streetwalkers, man, because these bitches will drug you and you'll fucking die, man. Seriously. So just be careful. Have fun, but I mean, be careful. Me, I'm never fucking with Colombia again. Me personally, but you guys go have fun,
I would
but do it,
agree.
but do it in a club. Don't talk to those street when you see those girls on the street, and look, man, those girls on the street are going to be fucking beautiful. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them where you're like, damn, that bitch is so bad. I want to talk to her. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's what they're doing. They're betting on you to think with your dick and let your dick overcome your head. And guess what? You're going to go home in a fucking body bag, and your mama is sitting there crying her ass out because her son couldn't overcome his fucking dick. Think about if you don't love yourself, do you love your mom? Then don't do that to your mom. Seriously. If you don't love yourself, hopefully you love your fucking mama.
Wow.
Yeah, I
You
know.
guys,
I hated to go there, but I just wanted some of these guys to see their mama crying over them so that they can fucking think correctly and go to a club if you're gonna fuck with a girl in Medellin. Cartagena, man, I wouldn't fuck. I wouldn't even fuck with the girls in a club in Cartagena. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. I've seen some interesting shit to go down at the clubs in Cartagena. Cartagena is a big fucking risk. You'll get clapped there in your daytime in the goddamn tourist section. You saw that nigga a few months ago who got clapped in broad fucking daylight. Remember, he was fighting the people over his chain. The guy, yeah, that was in broad fucking daylight. So I mean, I don't know. It's just not a look, man. Go to the DR. Honestly, the DR is much safer, and honestly, their law enforcement is better. I mean, seriously, those fucking police in the DR, if they see someone robbing you or doing some crazy shit, which won't happen, honestly, the DR was extremely safe. I was shocked at how poor the country is, but how extremely safe it was. It's because those police will kill them in a second. If the police see someone hitting Austin over the head, trying to take his fucking chain like that black guy in Colombia, I'm telling you, the police in the DR will shoot that person dead in the middle of the fucking street because they can't afford for tourism to collapse. So seriously, the fucking police in the DR will dust their fucking ass. I was wondering, I was like, why is this place so poor but so safe? And the people told me, yeah, nah, homie. If we even attempted to do half of the shit that they do in Colombia, the population would be eliminated. They don't tolerate that here. And you could feel that. Go to Punta Cana. If none of you guys have been to the DR, go to Punta Cana and walk around at 1 or 2 or 3 at night and tell me, does anybody fuck with you? Do you feel in danger? I couldn't believe it, how safe I felt. I was like, God damn, fucking DR. All right. Not bad. Not bad, DR. But I tell you what, them goddamn food prices is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Because it's an island. They have to import everything and they have a 25 or 28% tax on everything. So when you go to the restaurant, you think the prices are pretty decent for being where you are until you get that damn near 30% tax on every single time you go out to a fucking restaurant. Floyd, I told Floyd before he got there, I was like, Floyd, the DR isn't as cheap as you think it is. It is until you get that bill with that 28% tax, and you're like, God damn. In the US, you thought it was bad with 9.5 or 10%. You were complaining, but 28%, yeah. So tell me this, Austin. Uh, when you're meeting these girls, are you doing so on app? Are you cold approaching? I mean, they got a ton of Russians and Ukrainians in Istanbul, man. Honestly, Istanbul is not as bad as you're making it seem, bro.
Uh, it is. I would rather be in Italy. I
Well,
like.
okay, okay.
I like. Uh, all the girls I pretty much met were either in person or on Instagram. Like the Egyptian chick I've been hanging out with. I just met her outside the restaurant, and I told you about them choosing signals. I caught her kind of glance in my direction, so I called her out, and been seeing her every day since that day.
Yeah, no, and Egyptian girls are amazing girls. They're amazing people. They have great culture. They have good family structure. What I would also recommend for Austin and recommending for a lot of you guys. I mean, and Austin and I, when I was his age, we did a lot of similar things, and I made a lot of same similar mistakes as Austin did. You know what I mean? That's why I said he's like my little brother, because literally we've made a lot of the same successes and a lot of the same failures. So if I could go back in time and change one thing about my travel life, it would be to not worry about hooking up and fucking as many girls as possible. Honestly, if I could have had it to do all over again, my ex girlfriend from Bosnia in particular, she was from Sarajevo. And if you guys don't know Sarajevo, it's in a country by the name of Bosnia Herzegovina. It's right by Serbia, right next door to Croatia. It's right north of Albania and Montenegro. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Um, I wouldn't have broke her heart and cheated on her. I would have slowed down. When I found someone that loved me as much as I loved her, in this case, she loved me even more than I loved her. I think if I had it to do all over again, I would have stopped worrying about fucking as many girls and just settled down with the one that really showed me that she was about me. And if this girl is kicking it with you every day, you know what I mean, really putting her time and effort in, I would say, focus on a bird in the hand is always better than two in a bush. And Egyptian people are very high quality. So I'm just saying I would try and keep her as long as you possibly can, because she sounds pretty cool. And maybe Istanbul, you'll end up liking and appreciating Istanbul as much as I do in time. And for you, that what that really means is the place where you're getting some stank on your hang low. Notice the places where he's getting stank on his hang low, that nigga walk around smiling like the goddamn Kool-Aid box. Yeah, that nigga walking around smiling like a goddamn Kool-Aid box. But
What do you
where
mean?
where you have to work a little bit harder, you start crying and complaining. It's not that it's the city, it's the quality of women. You know what I mean? Like if you're running through bitches the first, second, or third night that you get there, well, that's not really a high quality city. Like
What
this
about
girl,
Barcelona?
who?
What about Barcelona? Because that's what people say about Barcelona.
Well, yeah, but Barcelona, you gotta have some fucking money in there. Like, nigga, you guys should do this right now. And Barcelona is one of my favorite cities. I've been to 5 times. Me personally, I think Lisbon is way better. Me personally, after usually 5 days to a week in Barcelona, I'm ready to go. But Lisbon, I could stay in for months at a time, and it never get old. I never want to go. But run this, go to booking.com, guys, and this is summertime, we're in August. The gentleman that asked about going to Europe for 1 week, I forget your name, sir. I think he donated $5. You guys do this exercise. Put Barcelona in 1 week in August. So, the 20th to the 27th, or something like that. And I'm telling you, it's going to be slim to impossible for you to get a decent hotel in Barcelona where you're going to be able to bring a girl back to your hotel room. Man, it's going to be about $250 a day. Maybe if you're lucky, 200. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be slim to fucking impossible for you to find a decent hotel room in Barcelona for 1 week and you're paying less than $200 a night. If you guys say you can, send me the fucking location. And let me see the location of exactly where this hotel is for less than $250 a night in Barcelona in top summertime. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So, will you get some pussy in Barcelona, Austin? Yes. You're gonna do fucking very, very, very well in Barcelona. But guess what, my nigga? Your goddamn wallet's gonna be on life support after after that. Yeah, nigga, it's going it's going to be on life support. Barcelona is a city where even if you make 8 to 10 grand a month, you still need to watch your motherfucking P's and Q's there, nigga. You do. To get a 1 bedroom apartment in Barcelona is going to cost you for a month. It's going to be about $3,000. Okay, so those are Texas. That's Dallas. How much is a 1 bedroom in downtown Dallas right now, Austin, for a month? About 3,000, right?
If you're talking downtown, it depends. If you got, I know a dude with a studio that was paying 1,200.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but if you're talking downtown, like it sounds like 2,500. 2,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, guys, it'll be 2,500, 3 grand for a decent place in Barcelona for a month right now in peak summertime. But if you guys want to save money, go in September, October. The prices come down by like 50%. But Austin's traveling in peak summertime. See, when you get old and you do this travel life for as long as I have, you get so good, you know when to travel and when not to travel. And me, as you guys can tell, I don't have the attitude or personality to be around a bunch of fucking people in crowds and waiting 15, 20, 30 minutes for a drink. I don't have the personality for that. So that's when I travel. It's usually, you know, December, January, February, March, April. You know what I mean? Um, Possibly May, but although that's very rare for me. And then I travel September, October, November, that type of shit. June, July, August, absolutely fucking not. Nah, homie. I can't do that. You guys can, but if you're traveling for long periods of time, the absolute worst financial mistake you can make, as you can see, Austin thought Istanbul is cheap, and it is. If Austin went in April, it'd be half the price of what he's paying right now. But he's in top summertime. Of course, they're going to split his goddamn head open because they can.
So, what do you think about this outrage that I've started on Twitter in my community post?
Refresh my memory. I've been working a lot, so I've fallen behind on some things.
Guys, the Cash App is only, you guys are donating super chats, but you guys are not donating Cash Apps, you guys. We won't get the
Yeah,
Cash
hit
Apps.
the Cash App, Austin, hashtag Austin Holloman. I'm giving you guys some great gems, and you motherfuckers ain't donating.
Yeah, you guys, I don't have a legitimate income source, as they say. We don't. I've just been abroad over 22 months. I guess off of a savings account. I guess I don't know. But no, I did a community post and I referred to some red pill guys,
Okay.
and I
What's
threw
the
in
gist
some stuff.
of what you're saying?
Well, I seen something on Twitter where it was like it was disgusting. It was like it was essentially a color purple. It was essentially a color purple white version of color purple. Like the 12-year-old with the old guy. Well, not necessarily old, but old for that.
Okay.
And I'm like, the red pill, this is basically what, when you go down their checklist, this is what it equates to. Virgin, 18 years old, and what's the third one that they always say? Virgin, 18 years old, and a fucking Christian or something like that. You're left with a middle schooler. Let me read this super chat. Anonymous says, B Dub, have you been to Southeast Asia? If so, what are your thoughts, positive or negative? Rate your top 3 countries.
No, all right. No, sir, I have not. And I'll tell you why. For me, the longest amount of time I can sit on a plane nonstop would be about 12 hours. So I did LAX to Auckland, New Zealand. That was 12 hours, or Chicago to Istanbul. That was 11. Bucharest, Romania to Chicago was 11. So the max I can do is the 10 to 12 hour stretch on a plane, right? So that means I would need to fly somewhere, which use Istanbul as an example, stay in Istanbul for a few days to recover, and then take the other portion of the flight to Asia. I cannot sit on a fucking plane and do all that traveling for a whole day, just physically, mentally. I can't. Yeah, I can't. So that's why I have not done Asia yet. I plan to, but I think it's more important at this point that um, I see Africa. I do agree with what Austin stated. With hey, we've seen a lot of South America, we've seen a lot of Europe. That we should, give the motherland our money. So, what's next on my to-do list will be obviously Europe. Like I said, Europe is my happy place. Like I said, I'm flying into Munich, doing Salzburg, doing Vienna, doing Budapest, and then I'll hit Austin up to see where he's at, which seems to be Nairobi, and doing some Africa stuff. So that really is what's on my horizon. But I do plan to see Southeast Asia, sir. But I do want to add one more thing. Uh, if you're going to talk about, if you say, Bida, when are you going to visit, you know, Central Asia, I.E, Armenia, I.E, Azerbaijan, I.E, the Republic of Georgia, which, by the way, I have a beautiful Belarusian girl to hook you up with, Austin. If you go to the Republic of Georgia, I have a girlfriend there right now that's in Batumi. Batumi is the Russian version of Las Vegas, but it's in Georgia. So it's the Georgian version of Las Vegas. And it's a beach town, too. It's on the beach. They have the most pimp architecture and buildings and nightclubs and shit. Google Batumi, or go to YouTube, Batumi, and she's there. She'll be in Batumi for a while. So if you at some point decide that shit, the Republic of Georgia shares a border with Turkey, fuck man, I'm gonna go check out Batumi for a minute. I'll hook you up with her. She's fucking beautiful, bro. Beautiful. She's from Belarus. She's from Minsk. So
And
she's
where
a
is this at?
very all right. So um, pull up your map. All right, right next to Turkey, going right, going towards Asia. It's a country called the Republic of Georgia. Now, it's going to sound familiar to you because you watch a lot of Nomad Capitalists. I've been watching Andrew from Nomad Capitalists for years. So Andrew has banking, and he owns property in Georgia, in Republic of Georgia. He owns property in the capital, and a lot of his workers are based in Tbilisi, Georgia, right? That's really the first city that really popped up for nomad capitalists that made him, in my opinion, was Tbilisi, Georgia. He was the one I knew about Tbilisi, Georgia 10 or 12 years ago. All right. So that's the capital of the Republic of Georgia, but 2 or 3 hours away from the capital, it's this beach town. It's called Batumi, and it's fucking wild. And it's like Las Vegas, but Las Vegas has a beach. So imagine the type of debauchery. And she's beautiful. When you see her, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm going to Batumi. I'm gonna go meet your friend. I'm gonna go meet your friend. Watch. I'll send you some pictures of her, and you know, but you can't be sending these pictures out. I'll send you some pictures
No, I
of
don't. I won't
her.
send the pictures out.
Yeah, don't fuck me up. But I'll send you some pictures, nigga, and I guarantee you can be coming back to your office. B-Dub introduced me to somebody, guys. I'm gonna go to the Republic of Georgia now.
Okay.
Yeah, what's it called? I sent QB a video of me and my ex from Kazakhstan. He was like, "God damn, bro." Ask QB. He was like, "God damn." Yeah, there you go. All right. So, yep, there you are. So, blow it up further. All right. See, there it is, right there. Left, left.
What's
The
it
beach,
called? Oh,
Batumi. Yeah. So, right there where the Black Sea is. Left. Yeah. So, right where right there. That area is Batumi.
okay.
So, that's where she is right now. Her and some friends, too. Because, you know, all them Russian and Belarusian girls, they always have lots of friends. And they're always single for whatever fucking reason. But be that as it may, she's fucking beautiful. When you see these pictures, you can be blowing me up. Like, bro, for real? Like, yeah. I have no problem with the Russian and Belarusian people. I love them. I think they're great girls. And their bodies be tight. Like, tight, tight, tight. Not 1 inch of fat on them. When you see her body, bro, you may, God, nigga. And she can cook, too. She's a good cook. Like, she's not a bitch that's not gonna bring nothing to the table, and she's extremely smart, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I need to
it's
see this photo of her again.
no, I got several photos. You know which ones? That's what I'm saying. You can't be sending that shit out. You're gonna get me fucked up. I'm trying to hook you up because you're literally right next door from her. From her, a flight to Batumi from Istanbul is like only fucking 2 hours. You literally take a nap and you're fucking there. It's literally like you flying from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Literally, you fucking take a nap and you're there. Or Los Angeles to Seattle is 2 hours. Same thing. Yeah, they have all types of, and you know, Georgia is the wine making country. They're the ones who
I
started
seen that.
making wine. So remember, you went to that Chile, which, by the way, that Chile footage was, I don't give a fuck with what a lot of these low rent fucking subscribers of you say. They're a different mentality than me. Your fucking Santiago Chile shit, when you guys went to that fucking winery, was pimp. That was showing high class black shit, not going to a club playing a bunch of Cardi B and whores everywhere, but actually seeing some niggas show a higher quality life, that we don't have to always be at a bar and a club with a bunch of fucking whores. We can actually go to a fucking winery and appreciate what the country is known for. And I don't care what none of these motherfuckers say. That was some of my most memorable stuff that you've done, was that fucking wine tour that you did, because I wanted to do it. I was like, damn, I didn't even do that shit. Fuck.
I loved it.
Yeah. Like,
I loved it.
yeah, I know what these people be trying to tell you to do, but they have low mentality. Who could complain about seeing some young black guys go to some fucking vineyards in Chile? Nigga, you guys, a lot of you guys couldn't even point that shit out on the map. Unbelievable. There was something else you did. Really, your Montevideo stuff was actually really good too. I like that.
I
Uh,
loved those. That was one of my favorite series. Was Montevideo.
yeah, that shit was dope. And honestly, I liked your Lima shit. I thought you were out ripping and running in Lima. You know what I mean?
I loved it. I loved it. Lima,
Yeah.
Montevideo, Santiago. Uh,
I recommended Buenos Aires. You didn't really feel Buenos Aires, huh? I loved it. I stayed there for
I
40
liked
days.
it. I liked it. I didn't love it. I was there about 21 days. I was there about 21 days. I liked it. I just didn't love it.
Okay. On a scale 1 to 10, what did you give it? Yeah, I would give it. Me personally, would give it a solid 8.5, 9 all day. Me personally, but it seems like you were at about a 7, right?
I say about a 7. Montevideo was like an 8. Santiago was like a 9. It was
Oh yeah.
Santiago was a solid 9.
Oh yeah. 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 But again, guys, yet another reason why, when you ask me questions, I never recommend shitholes. Again, I told Austin to go to Santiago, but I warned him up front. I was like, man, you got to have some, this is going to be probably easily the most expensive city in South America. But guess what? Austin ended up fucking loving it. Why? Because those girls weren't poor bottom feeders. They weren't fucking prostitutes. They were actually women that would be able to contribute something to Austin's life. And that's why he fucking liked it.
Yeah, very
Like,
classy.
yeah, you didn't meet, not those two older MILFs, them cougars. If you guys would have kept talking to them, I'm for real. You guys would probably be running Santiago right now. Seriously. Like them older cougars were singing like they were giving some choosing signals. And if you guys go watch that video, you could tell by how these girls looked, how they talked, how they dressed, that these two cougars talking to Austin and Floyd, they were not no broke bitches. You could tell that they had money and that they lived in that neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people donated for the drinks. And I was like, oh, it's okay. I paid the bill. They was like, no, we'll get it. And I was like, well, but the people sent the cash to donate for us all to have drinks, but they said no, they said they'll still pay for the bill. Caleb Woods said, just go to Africa. I want to hear you switch up your opinion on it. You talking to me? If you're talking to me, I've already criticized Africa. I still love it. I criticize everywhere I go, but I criticize Africa too. But I still love it. I still do.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been to Morocco, so I can't criticize much of anything. I liked Morocco a lot. The food, the nightlife. I think the women in Morocco are probably the greatest that I've ever met, probably in my life. The Brazilian girls too, but the Brazilian girls on average are going to have a lot more miles on them than a girl from Morocco. Like I'm talking about a girl from Morocco. If you put your face somewhere, you ain't gonna catch nothing. Like that thing is brand new or next to brand new. Like it has no miles on it. Them Brazilian girls, they're gonna be kind and sweet like the Moroccan girls, but them damn Brazilian girls gonna have at least 100,000 on on them. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that it won't run right or that it's not in tip top shape. It's just saying that the odds are when you go to a bar or club in Brazil that there's probably several dudes in that bar or club that have beat that same box that you're beating. that's, that's all I'm saying. That's not the case in Morocco. So do you want more exclusivity or do you want, easier access to the box? Now, that one guy who does not like QB, who always talks shit about QB, who I actually like this guy. I think he's funny. I think he thinks I don't like him. And I think he thinks that I don't like him. He just doesn't know. I talk shit about everybody. I'm just fucking around, dude. Like, but he always goes, yeah, guy, I travel for the box, man. I'm just telling you, I travel for the box. Do you know that guy, Austin?
Nah, I don't know. He must have a small channel.
Yeah, he always talks shit about QB. He was on your channel. Bald guy, light skinned guy, and he lives in like Medellin. You had him on your channel.
Oh, go abroad now?
Yeah. I think that's him. Yeah. So he only travels for pussy, which is why a place like he loves Colombia. First of all, where's bitch ass Wesna? Okay, you guys notice white boy Wesna. He always has something to say, and I love Wesna. So, but I'm gonna take a shot at his white ass today. Cracker, where you at? Bring your colonizing ass to the feed if you can, Cracker. I want to talk about your colonizing ass for a minute. But Wesna wants to always talk about how he's dating high quality bitches, which is a lie because all of the girls Wesna fucks with are low rent Colombian whores. Okay. They're never like the girls like Austin and Floyd were talking to in Chile or the girls Austin was talking to in Sao Paulo. They're always in places like Medellin, Cali, and Cartagena. Guys, they're selling you lies. They're lying to you. Those are not normal girls. In fact, I don't care what anybody says. I do not believe there is a normal girl in Medellin and Cartagena. Do not listen to these guys. They're fucking lying to you guys. Those are prostitutes. Okay? They are. So, if you want to just travel the box and run up in prostitutes, fine, go to Colombia. I wouldn't, but take your chances there. If you want high quality, go watch Austin's Santiago, watch his Montevideo, watch his Lima, and then you guys make the decision on the type of women you want to be around. Now, if I read about you motherfuckers on DC Born Rob's channel for being dead, cold, rotting corpses with maggots coming out of you, I warned you about Colombia up front. That's all I'm saying. What do you say, Austin?
Yeah, Colombia, the only city I like over there that I actually loved was Cali. Cartagena, I loved it too. It was just like you said, it was too dangerous for no fucking reason. Like,
Right.
just it was too much. It was like everywhere I went, it just felt like I was on the edge all the fucking time I was there.
Yeah, and you can't let your guard down when you're drinking. You have to guard your drink like a fucking lion guards his gazelle that he's just slaughtered. You know what I mean? It's like you can't. I don't like countries where I'm on holiday, but I can't be on holiday. You know what I mean? Colombia is just not that place. If you actually want to go on holiday in Colombia, go to San Andreas, and it's their island. It's a beautiful island. Go to San Andreas. That's probably about the only place you could probably let your guard down in Colombia, but the rest of that country, bro, you can't. You should have gone out on a date with, I love her fine African Colombian ass, Afro Guerra. I like her. She's one. Did you ever reach out to her?
No, I didn't reach out to her, but I know who you're talking about.
Damn. Somebody needs to smash that and let me know how that is. Cause that, oh my God, she needs a husband, you know?
The perfect vacation spot in Latin America, I think, is Santiago, Chile. That's the perfect place.
Well, then recommend that to that gentleman. He was asking about South America. I think I recommended Florianopolis and Lima as my first choice, followed by Santiago. Hey, sir, that asked about the 1 week to South America. I would say if you have more money, you said that money is not an object, go to Santiago. If money is an object, go to Lima. Is that would you say that, Austin? If money is no object, go to Santiago. If money is an object, go to Lima.
Yeah, because I think Santiago is better on top of that, just because like I always say, you could do a new tourist attraction every day for 60 days. Lima, after about 2 weeks, I think you can really less than that. You can see all you need to see. It's just the city is always popping. Like you won't really be bored, especially when you involve those pisco sours. It's hard to be bored drinking that shit.
Right. And that fine ass girl you met, of course, she had to be married, as beautiful as she was, which is the right thing to do. Because had I met her, I would have been like, fuck this. I'm going straight to the damn diamond store. Yeah. So, her husband did right. He put a ring on it. But, bro, she has to have friends that are about as beautiful as she is. Because I doubt she hangs around no ugly ass bitches. You know what I mean?
Yes, she was trying to put me on her cousin, but that was like days before I was leaving.
What's her cousin look like?
Her cousin looks just as good as she does. Well, not her cousin, her niece. Her niece.
Shit. Well, if she's half as beautiful as that girl, you know what I see? You know what it is? You suffer from young man syndrome. And I can't blame you. What it is you want to see as many countries as possible. You want to stick your dick in as many foreign girls as possible. And that's what it is. You cannot settle down, just like most men. But I think by the time you get to my age, you'll probably be at where I'm at with it, where I wish I would have settled down rather than trying to focus on smashing as many as possible in every goddamn country I go to, or at least trying to anyway.
Yeah, I'm at that point now where I am settling down, but if I go to a new country, I am not going to pass up something new.
So the
Like,
Egyptian girl that you're talking to, is she actually from Egypt or was she actually born in Turkey?
no, she's from Sudan. She's from Sudan. She's half Sudanese, half Egyptian, but she's lived in Egypt, visiting here, but lives in England.
Well, that's nice. Well, Egypt's much cheaper than Turkey, by the way. So, you know, who knows? You may have a nice future in Egypt. And they're building that new capital. So they're building a new Cairo about 20 or 30 miles away from the old Cairo, and they're spending 60 billion to do it. And man, it's a little bit more than halfway done now, or about halfway done now, and it looks fucking amazing. Amazing.
Really?
Yeah, New Cairo looks like it's gonna be the fucking truth, homie. The only thing is that I'm not a desert guy. So I used to live in Las Vegas for a while too. And man, living in the fucking desert, that shit gets old quick. It does. It's everything you're doing, you're having to do in an air conditioned building, which is cool, but you know, you want to be able to go out to the beach too, nigga. Try and go out to the beach in Dubai in the middle of summertime and let me know how that works out for you. I give Austin 5 or 10 minutes in that sun before this nigga starts waving the white flag, talking about I surrender. I surrender. What, nigga? You ain't never felt 140 degrees Fahrenheit on that ass, nigga? You ain't never.
I've heard about that. I've heard about it getting that hot. Somebody asked, "Have you ever been to New York?" No, I haven't traveled that much around the states. I've been as an adult. I've been to OKC. What was it? Baton Rouge, Orlando, Miami, Newark, New Jersey.
God, what a
Oh,
shithole that is. Newark,
yeah.
New Jersey. They just need to drop a nuke on that city and rebuild it from scratch. What a shithole.
But I don't think I was really missing out on nothing by going to any of those cities. Like when
You
I was
weren't.
in Miami, I was going to Rio. I went to Miami twice before I went to Rio. And yeah, I was like, yeah, like I know there's beautiful chicks in Miami, but like not like Rio. Like Rio, you can't get away from beautiful women. When I was in Miami, they were like, "Oh, you on the wrong side." Yeah, there's no wrong side in Rio. Like there's no getting away from beautiful women in Rio.
Well, but the other thing is in Miami, it's very classist. But I will say, I think Miami is less classist and easier to infiltrate than Los Angeles, in my opinion. LA, because of it being Hollywood, the home of Hollywood, it's very, very cliquish. It's very, very hard to get in those clubs where you have to like really, really know someone. I found Miami to be easier for you to try and move in the upper circles. I found Miami more inviting than Los Angeles, but I will agree 100% with what you're saying. But also in Rio, you could be broke and fuck some good pussy in Rio, because Rio is so open. The girls aren't about money and just like a good date in Brazil. Do you take a girl out to the fucking beach and you drink agua de coco all day on the fucking beach? What does that cost? Like $1 a cold coconut and shit? You each drink 2 or 3 fucking coconuts. That's only like $4 or $5 is all you spent for the whole date, and she'll be more than fine with hanging out on the beach with you and eating beach street food. The vendors that come by selling food, like you know what I mean? It's the Brazilian people and the Brazilian girls, I think, are some of the greatest. They're just not so gold digging and money hungry like the fucking Colombians. They're nothing like that. So when I hear people mentioning Colombia and Brazil in the same sentence, they're not in the same sentence. They're not even in the same fucking league. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not ever. Ever. I think that's insulting to mention Colombia in any way, shape, or form in the League of Brazil. It's not. And what would you say, Austin? I think the women are about equally as beautiful, but not with their souls. I think the Brazilian women have much better souls and are much better people than on average the Colombian girls. What would you say, Austin?
I think that you're exactly right. I mean, you can find good women in Colombia, but like there's so many vultures in Colombia.
Yeah. I mean, in Rio, all of the dates I went on, none of these girls were on that gold digging shit. Not one. They were just cool, down to earth women. You know what I mean? The girls in Brazil are better at playing the long game. The girls in Colombia want to get as much from you as they can on the first date. They want to try and blow your bankroll the first day and get everything they can from you. In Brazil, th- they think more long term, or at least I feel like that. They're very slow and easy. Wait, gems for Shadowhawk. Which European countries do you recommend for dark brown skinned brothers? Well, let me disclose this. What I say may be different than what you feel. For example, I love Turkey. Austin does not. Well, actually, he does. He doesn't love Istanbul, which I could understand. I mean, like I said, after a month in Istanbul, 40 days, man, I was ready to go. So, again, I think that if you go to your beach towns in any of the European cities right now in summertime, you'll be happiest. So for me, my happy place is Greece. My favorite city in the world is Athens, Greece. Why? The Greek girls are not anywhere near as beautiful as the girls on average in Turkey. To be honest, I'm going to tell you the truth. I think the Greek girls are the ugliest out of all of the European countries on average. Now, does that mean that there aren't beautiful girls in Athens? Yeah, nigga, it's Athens, of course. It fucking city's been around 3, 4 thousand years, nigga. So of course there's a lot of beautiful women in Athens, right? But the thing is this: the Greek girls are the sweetest, easiest girls to talk to. Cold approaching in Greece is like, if you want to build your confidence up in Europe, cold approaching in Greece will do that because they're so kind and so warm. Are they going to be the most beautiful? No, but they are the kindest and warmest. So I'm going to ask you guys, what's more important for you to have a seven that loves the shit out of you, can cook, clean, and she fucks and sucks you? And by the way, you know that term Greek. Oh, I do Greek. You know what that means? That means taking it in the poop chute. And I'm telling you, the girls in Greece really like it back there. So for some of you really sick degenerate guys, honestly, it'll be very common for you to meet or date a girl that likes it in the back more than her regular spot. That's very common there. That's where the term Greek comes from, or I like Greek, or I'm doing it Greek, or you guys know these fucking hooker ads and the girls are using the word Greek. That means take it in the poop chute. So my question is it better for you to have a seven that loves you, cooks you, cleans for you, fucks you, lets you put it in the poop chute whenever you want, or you can have a 12 that fucking just burns your goddamn wallet, just looks at you as another meal, like those girls that tried to have Austin take them out on a foodie date. them, hoes, them hoes tried to do a foodie date on
Where?
Austin. Wasn't it Bolivia where those bitches tried to do a foodie date on you? They were just totally trying to use you to take them out.
I don't think that was Bolivia.
Oh, all right. I remember one place where you had some bitches try and do a foodie date on you. And that's what I was talking about. The girls in Greece aren't like that. So again, they're not going to be as beautiful as the Russians or the Romanians or the Polish, but they're warm. They're very kind. Um, I mean, you guys should do very well in in Athens, and you meet a cool girl, and then you go and take the ferry.
Oh,
Oh,
are you talking about? I was in Paraguay. Yeah, that was in
yeah,
Paraguay.
yeah. Somewhere they tried to do a foodie date on you.
That's
All
when I was
right.
hanging out with those four girls. Yeah.
So, sir, I hope I answered your question, but maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm going to add one more thing. For me, like I said, my happy place is Greece. That's my favorite country. My second favorite country is, well, I like them both the same, Croatia. Right now, all of the music festivals are going on in Croatia. Hands down, as far as Europe is concerned, the most lit place, bar none, in all of Europe is Croatia. So, me personally, if I were you, sir, I would go to the music festivals in Croatia and you will get some stank on your hang low down there, bro. Because there's a new music festival every 3 or 4 days. So, literally, just go to Croatia, get you a spot, go to these music festivals, meet these girls, and bring them back. You know, that's what I would do, me personally. Or I would go post up in Lisbon and just stay there. I think Lisbon is an amazing place to meet women. Now, meeting a girl to smash you on the first, second, or third night, is it possible? Yeah. But again, Austin will attest to you. Lisbon made lots of America look like dog shit. Wouldn't you agree, Austin? So that's my point. You know, a woman isn't just going to spread her legs to you. Nigga, she's from goddamn Lisbon. Do you not know anything about Lisbon? Have you never been? So you have to look at that when you're fucking with girls from these shitholes versus a girl that's coming from a place like Lisbon. You have to understand she more than likely is going to represent her country correctly. That's why you fucking like it there. So think like that too. So hopefully I'm answering your question, sir. Athens would be one of my first choice. Croatia for the music festivals would be another choice, and going to Portugal and going to the Algarve, going south. So south of Lisbon is the Algarve, beautiful, amazing beach towns in the south of Portugal. I would probably do that if you're talking about going in summer. And I think you're talking about traveling in summer. I believe so, sir. I don't want to misrepresent you. But if that's what you're planning on doing, that's probably the first three places I would go. And one more place, Budapest. If you cannot get some pussy in Budapest, you're a sorry motherfucker. That's all I'm going to say. If you cannot get some pussy in Budapest, okay, I'm not even saying Prague. I'm saying if you can't get some ass in Budapest, it's you. It's you. It's you.
Let me
B Dub.
let me get some smoke for anonymous real quick. Heartthrob never. Thank you for the $3 cash app, guys. We are only at $27 for the cash apps. Oh my god. Anonymous says B Dub likes the experience to experience the culture more than you. That's why there's a disconnect. Okay, let's go over the culture. Since we want to talk about this market shit. We got a lot of culture in Santiago. We got a lot
Mm-hmm.
of culture in Montevideo. That's where I got hooked on the mate. That's part of the culture. We got plenty of culture in Buenos Aires. We got plenty of culture in Santa Cruz. We got plenty of culture in Lima. We got plenty of culture in Colombia, the three cities I went to. We got plenty of culture in Nairobi, plenty of culture in Dar es Salaam, plenty of culture because I have vlogs that I haven't even released yet for Lisbon. I went and seen the ancient castles, did a lot of shit in Lisbon. Madrid as well, not too much, but we did. We did a lot of cultural stuff here in Turkey. We could talk about food. We could talk about the historical sites. I mean, I do cultural stuff. You said, how do I define culture? Well, let me tell you this: dating is also part of the culture. You know what's part? You know, in the United States, like a foodie call and fucking flaking is part of the culture. Yeah, that's part of the culture as well. Women being rude to you in the States, that's part of the culture. It's normal in Africa for a woman to shut the hell up when you're talking. That's part of the culture. So I mean, what is what where are you getting? I'm not experiencing culture. Matter of fact, let's define culture. What is culture? The arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement, the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. So when you see me go into other countries and I'm bragging about how the people, or if I'm talking shit, or if I'm bragging about how people are behaving, that's social behavior, isn't it? That's
Well,
fucking culture. It's
well,
American culture to be. We have an individualist culture. I don't fuck with that. That's cultural experience.
well, and also, sir, like I don't have a YouTube, so I'm fine with traveling to a country, and if I don't meet a girl the first week, two, three, or even a month, I'm not tripping, right? Because I know that I'll meet someone eventually, so I can slow walk it because the type of woman I'm trying to fuck with, usually you can't find immediately when you go to these countries anyway, because she's usually quality, right? So that aspect too, because a lot of Austin's job comes from dating and telling you guys dating advice. So if he's traveling in a country and he's not popping with a bunch of dates, he feels pressure because it starts to hit him economically when you guys aren't watching or watching as much and not donating versus someone like me where I don't feel the pressure. So Austin has more pressure on him to keep producing for you guys than I do. So you have to also look at it from that aspect. I don't do these lives every day because I don't have to. I pick and choose and decide when I want to come to these lives. I don't feel pressure from you guys forcing me to have to keep constantly going out on dates and meeting bitches so that you guys keep donating and tuning into me. So you guys also have to look at that, where his income comes from, can afford, I mean, can, how would I say, have an effect on someone's, um,
No,
uh,
I know what you mean.
you know what I'm saying,
I know
right?
exactly what you mean. Now the cheat code is for me to pay for play and just call that the culture.
Y- Yeah,
That's
or say
also,
that's your regular girl.
yeah, that's also, pay for play is also part of the culture. You know, it
Correct.
really is. It that's part
Right.
of the that's a social behavior. You know,
Correct.
in the United States, pay for play is not, well, it kind of is, but not legally. And Anonymous says you're bragging about how quickly they give up the box. Okay, that's one aspect. Whenever I first came out on YouTube and I bragged about Brazilian chicks, that was one thing I bragged about. I bragged about their hygiene as well. I bragged about how they would talk to me on dates, about how they didn't use their phone, about how I couldn't get rid of them after I met them. That's not all sex. And for you to be in my, I think you're trolling at this point. For you to be as consistently watching my content and commenting as much, I think you should know. Like, I just posted a fucking video of me hiking in a fucking Amazon rainforest. That's
Yeah,
not the culture.
I
That's
think
not
you and I,
that's not culture. That's just a bunch of trees and shit. My bad.
well, I think Austin and I usually are about a good 85, 90% in sync. I think it's just what he does for a living has an effect on his experience because honestly, I tell him all the time that his audience is the absolute bottom feeder fucking audience of YouTube because a lot of you guys, like Iomi Como, are shit trash. You talk a lot of shit. You haven't traveled anywhere. You criticize Austin and tear him down, but you don't tell him places that are cool, where to go, what cities to go to, what bars, restaurants, anywhere to check out. All you do is talk shit, but you have nothing to add to his fucking life. So, you know, and I could only imagine having to make my living dealing with motherfuckers that I can't please them no matter what I do.
You can't please them. You can't. You can't. If I can't get no pussy, they talk shit about that. If I get too much pussy, now I'm fucking over good women. If I get a girlfriend, now I need to marry her within the first 72 hours. You can't fucking win.
Well, I mean, and like I said, that's why I said so. With me, a guy like me, like I didn't mind Istanbul for 30, 40 days. Austin hates it. So again, my experience was different. I was fortunate enough to meet a girl that I ended up dating for a year. I met her within 48, 72 hours of landing. I got lucky. Not everybody it and again, she wasn't even Turkish. She was fucking Kazakh. So whatever you guys want to read into that, you know? Um, but I didn't feel the pressure of having to meet someone also. So that was probably why I met her, because I didn't give a fuck if I met a bitch or not, because I knew in a city of that size that eventually I was going to run into someone. I just didn't know when. So sometimes maybe it might be your thinking process. Maybe that will help determine on how fast you meet someone or how slow you meet someone. That might have an effect too. But I think it's also his audience. You guys put a lot of pressure on him, and you have to realize Turkey is not Colombia, right? So the girls aren't as poor and desperate and just fucking bottom feeders like in Colombia. Turkey is Austin will tell you, going around Istanbul, how many areas in Istanbul have you even seen that even make America look like dog shit? You've probably seen quite a few where you're like, God damn, this shit it's even better than what I got in Dallas.
Yeah, on the Asian side for sure.
Yeah. So, you guys have to look at, like, they're not coming from a shithole country. There's a lot of fake news about Turkey, man. Look, eh, if you go anywhere from Istanbul all the way down to Antalya, they lack nothing. The infrastructure is top notch. The internet is top notch. The water is top notch. Everything. There was no limit spent. Their president, who's been president for over 20 years, was a real estate developer. He's literally the Turkish Donald Trump. Do you honestly think someone like that is going to fucking not have their country to the highest level standards? So you have to look at where he's operating, and you guys are putting this level of pressure on him. These girls in Turkey are not whores. They're this is wife material. If you want a wife, go to Turkey.
Yeah, yeah. Anonymous said, "Have you gotten much criticism for your Turkey trip?" Yes, you just criticized me yourself. you, you did a minute ago when you tried to say about B Dub enjoying the culture. I'm not. Listen, whenever I'm in places and I realize it's not going to be easy to smash chicks, I go do this looking at rocks and statue shit all the time. I do that. Like I did that in Senegal. I didn't smash nothing in Senegal. Uh, didn't try to either. But yeah, it was just I went and seen this fucking slave trade thing, and I mean the videos are up there. Like the stuff is there. So
And look,
yeah,
guys, there's nothing wrong with traveling for girls. Again, I spent probably half of my traveling life, minus having a YouTube. That's why I can give you guys so much information. The question is, do you guys want a whore or a girlfriend or a wife? You want a whore? Go to the D. If you want to save money on flights and shit, go to the DR, right? If you want to spend $1,000 or more on the flight, hands down, you want to go to Budapest, Prague, or Amsterdam. In fact, the snatch in Amsterdam, even though it's a very expensive city, the pussy in Amsterdam is actually cheaper than it is in Colombia, if you believe that. To smash a girl in Amsterdam, it's only 50 or 60 euros, and that's for top quality snatch. You know what I mean? So if you want to have a European experience and you want to smash whores and have a good time and not have to worry about coming home in a fucking body bag, go to Amsterdam, go to Budapest, go to Prague. You'll have a good time. The snatch is just as much as it is in Colombia. The difference is the girls aren't going to fucking drug you and kill you. So, you know, nothing wrong with going and traveling for bitches, but you just do so smartly, and switch it up. Stop always going to Colombia. If you want to smash whores, go smash a bitch in Prague. Go smash a bitch in Budapest. Go smash one in Amsterdam. If goddamn there's a goddamn whorehouse in Germany like there is McDonald's in America. Seriously, go to fucking Germany and go smash some fucking high quality snatch. And it's not expensive because the whorehouses are like McDonald's. Fucking good snatch in fucking Germany is like 100 fucking euros and shit. 120 fucking euros. And that's like for a fucking hour or so. And it's some fucking America's top model looking ass girl, more than likely from fucking Russia or Ukraine and shit. And you know, them bitches don't have 1 inch of fat on them. Not one. So that's what I'm saying. Spend a little bit more on your flight. And if you're going to go smash whores, go do it. But just do it in a place where you fucking are going to get to come home alive. Don't take your chance in Colombia. If you do, go to La Isla or Luna Lanera. You guys want to fuck around with these streetwalkers, then I'm going to read about your dead, cold body coming back home.
Ninjas are only used to pay for plays, so they want quick results from us. And yeah, I mean, you guys really can't compare somebody like me or Kid Greatness that I was out here with. You can't compare us to other people that are putting prostitutes on camera because it's not gonna happen that fast, you know.
Well, I'm saying their girlfriend, like Jay Rello, like when he had that bitch and he was like, "Yeah, this is my girlfriend." And my girl, nigga, we know you, Jay Rello, spirit, spirit flying ass. I didn't have $100 from my bag fees, ass nigga, crying, "Please donate to me, please. I need help. I need help." What kind of a pathetic bastard? Where your trip, $100 determines if you can get home or not. What did you not have a contingency plan? Did you not have a reserve fund? Are you not so used to traveling that you don't know something is going to go wrong and you need to have some money stashed aside for when it fucking goes wrong? That's what I'm saying. You ninjas do need to pay Austin. You do, because a lot of you motherfuckers shouldn't be allowed to go to the Jack in a Box in your own neighborhood, let alone hop on a fucking plane. Seriously. And Jay Rello is that one of the ninjas I'm talking about. I can't believe our government allows him to fly anywhere. No, I do, because they want him out of the country. That's what it is. They want all of you Jay Rellos to go to Colombia. That's why they're bringing in all of these Venezuelans and foreigners, is because they want you niggas. They want to move you guys out. You don't see what the Democrats are doing right in front of you. Look, homie, they're letting them over 15 and 20 million people over. Guess what? They're not living next to Kim Kardashian, nigga. They're moving in the black neighborhoods, moving you out of your fucking neighborhood for a motherfucker who's habla no English.
It's almost over with it. So we getting to the end with the immigrants.
It is. It's a wrap, homie. America ain't your country anymore, niggas. Not that it ever was, but it's really fitting to not be. And they're putting them in your neighborhoods. They ain't moving to Beverly Hills, homie. I tell you what, they ain't never even moving to my neighborhood because I live all around Whitey. Yeah, and it makes me feel good because white people are good neighbors. In your neighborhood, my streets are so fucking clean, and my police force, I'm telling you, I swear to God, you call my fucking police force within 1 minute, them motherfuckers is outside of your house. They do not play in my neighborhood. Come over my neighborhood with that bullshit. You'll be shocked at how fast the police respond. And just so you know, where I live, well, one of the areas I live in, where I own property, it used to be a former sundown town in America. You know what that means? That means, niggas, when the sun goes down, you get your ass home or you get the fuck out of this city. That's what a sundown. Seriously, go read a book about sundown towns. I'll tell you. I own some property in one of America's most prominent sundown towns. And guess what? I ain't apologizing for it. Because guess what? I can go walk outside of my house at 1, 2, 3 in the morning and ain't a motherfucker gonna even try in my neighborhood with no bullshit. And it makes me feel proud that my family and friends can come over, hang out, and ain't a goddamn thing gonna happen in this neighborhood. Yeah, I said it and I ain't apologizing for it.
Damn.
Keep spitting facts with the comedy shadow. Crown of Enlightenment. Thanks a lot, man. I'm glad you're enjoying this and having a good time. And hopefully some of you guys can determine when I'm joking and when I'm not. But Austin knows me pretty well. So he would say, none of what you said are you joking. And I would say, you motherfucking right. I mean everything I just said.
Sundown Town.
Yeah. You never heard of that term? Ask your mom. Be like,
No,
Mom, I learned a new term today, Sundown Town, and your mom's going to get quiet for a minute. Be like,
you know what Sundown Town is? It's just I never heard nobody say that they had a property in a sundown town.
Yeah. Yeah. I swear to God, my police force rolled up on me, nigga. I went to McDonald's and was eating McDonald's. Literally, they rolled up on me and they said, he goes, what are you doing over here? And I look at him and I literally just start laughing. And then he felt stupid. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm clearly pulled over eating. You know what I mean? I just literally busted up laughing in his face and he just fucking walked off. But you know what he did? He ran my fucking license plate to make sure that I lived in this neighborhood. That's what it was, right? If I did not live in this fucking neighborhood, in other words, they were going to show me what time it is. It's a real sundown town. If you do not live in this neighborhood and you're black, look, homie, the police are going to roll up on you for real. They don't fuck around. When the sun goes down, niggas, don't be in my city. I'm telling you, straight up. And this is from someone that lives here because they rolled up on me at my own fucking McDonald's. And he says, he's literally walks in and goes, what are you doing over here? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know, I know a lot of people would be mad or offended. I wasn't mad or offended because honestly, I hate to say this. A lot of you motherfuckers, and you know, a lot of you are the J Rellos, and unfortunately, a lot of you are the ones that listen to Austin and have your stupid comments who ain't never been nowhere. You don't have a passport. You can't afford the $250 to get the passport. Okay. You can't afford even a flight on Spirit. Okay. And you're up here talking shit about Austin, trying to give Austin pointers when you can't even point to the nearest fucking airport because you have no passport and you have no money for a flight, let alone the money for the baggage fees, let alone paying for a girl and actually taking care of a fucking woman. So it's you bottom feeders that usually have the most shit to say about Austin. Meanwhile, you haven't contributed a goddamn thing. You can't come on the live and drop some knowledge to share that maybe Austin doesn't know. And on top of that, you can't even fucking donate. Like, goddamn. Like, either donate your time or donate some fucking money. And a lot of you motherfuckers are so pathetic in running your fucking mouth talking shit about Austin, but you have nothing to contribute. Motherfuckers, I bet you the majority of you motherfuckers, a lot of you haven't even left the city that you've grown up in your whole goddamn life. I know it. I know you black people. I know you. I know it.
Damn.
I said it. And if so, Iomi Como, come to the live. You sorry, always running your fucking mouth and come into every live, but you don't ever seem to contribute nothing but your fucking mouth. If you want to contribute your mouth, then open your mouth and let me put my cock in it. And either do that or shut the fuck up, or come to the live and drop some knowledge. Either open your mouth and let me put my cock in it, or come to the live and share some information with me and Austin that we don't already know. Or donate. You ain't even donated. You run your fucking mouth all the time. You have nothing to contribute. And then you've been watching Austin for what, months, years, and you ain't contributed a goddamn thing. Like, those are the type of subscribers that he doesn't need. In fact, unsubscribe, Iomi. do Austin and do us a favor. Unsubscribe because you're not contributing nothing. Zero. And I don't know where you guys have been with the Austin has no culture. I just started off the conversation talking about the wine shit he did in Chile made me jealous. I was like, God damn, like them niggas is having too much fun. Like, that looks nice. I didn't even do that. I said that he did some cool shit in Montevideo. I mean, I only stayed there like 2 or 3 days. I mean, I liked the city, but I wasn't feeling it as much as Austin. But Austin actually did some shit that I didn't do, where I was like, well, maybe I should have stayed there a little longer. You know, some cities I think I leave too early, and I think some I made the mistake of staying too long. Sao Paulo is a 1-day city, 2 at max. I hate that city. And what's it called? I hate it. Venice, Italy. Look, you only need 1 or 2 days in Venice, Italy. That's it. Venice fucking sucks. It's overrated. It's overpriced, and you're gonna get ganked by the mafia. Take your ass in St. Peter's Square, and you have to go. When you go to Venice, you're gonna end up in St. Peter's Square. Make the mistake of sitting down at one of those restaurants, because none of those restaurants are gonna have a price on the fucking menu. It's gonna be no price. You're gonna order one Aperol Spritz, and you're gonna have some peanuts. And then when you get ready to pay your bill, you're going to see 50 euros for peanuts and one fucking Aperol Spritz. And then you're going to argue with them and tell them you're not going to pay until the mafia runs up on your ass and gets behind you and in front of you and lets you know what they're going to do to you. And then you're going to quickly whip out that 50 euros so fast. And here you go, sir. And you're going to get the fuck out of St. Mark's Square. That's what's going to happen to you. If you guys think I'm lying or I'm making up these stories, take your ass to St. Peter's Square in Venice and sit down at any of those restaurants and notice that there's not going to be no price. Order some peanuts and an Aperol Spritz and watch what that bill comes up to, and tell them you're not going to pay, and see how quickly Bruno and Tony and Antonio and Guido come out and run up on you and tell you, look, homie, this ain't America, homie. This is full of canals. Do you want your body to be in one of them fucking canals? We suggest you pay. Seriously. And they'll tell you that to your face and not give a fuck.
He said, "Here you go, sir."
Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I whipped out that 50 euros so fast. Hey, no problem. Yeah. Never again. 50 euros for a fucking Aperol Spritz. Okay, so an Aperol Spritz, even in the most exclusive areas, should cost no more than 12 or 15 euros. They charge me 50.
They charged me $15 for some peanuts here in Istanbul. Those Russians we were with, we got a bottle of vodka, which he doubled up the price because they didn't have vodka for sale because they didn't have a liquor license. So he was like, we can go to the liquor store and get it. He got a $35 bottle and doubled it to 70. And then we got 2 hookahs each. They were $25 a piece. So that was already $150. That was like $130, right? And then we had some Red Bulls and some Cokes to mix the vodka with. And 2 orders of peanuts. Each fucking order of peanuts was $15.
Damn.
And so I thought the fucking peanuts were gonna be free. I didn't know. I've never been somewhere
They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. They got you.
Yeah, we had the bill. We were like, how the hell is our bill almost $200? Started reading it. I'm like, these motherfuckers charged us $15 for peanuts. And this is like a nice.
That was supposed to be free. What next time when that happens to you, tell them, look, I'll pay the bill, but I'm only going to pay this. They're going to argue with you. Say, hey, call the what's it called? The tourist police. Mention the tourist police, and you're going to start to see fear in their eyes, because what happens is, with the tourist police get involved, they literally will walk in your business, shut the whole business down for a week. And they don't want that to happen. So say, fuck it, I'll go to jail. Call the tourist police. Call the tourist police. Call the police. And then they're gonna be like, no, let's work the bill out. No. Call the police. They're gonna say, no, it's okay. Let's negotiate the bill. Never pay that bill. Say, call the tourist police. Call the tourist police. I'm going to jail then because just call the police. I'm not paying this bill. And they're gonna say, okay, what will you pay? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta know. In particular, I think Turkey is a place where, and this is probably more my fault than yours. I probably should have prepared you more for the culture, in particular in Istanbul. So I'll take responsibility for this. I should have prepared you more for Istanbul. To be honest, I should have. Um, I find that out of most other cities I've ever been to in my life, you need to understand their ways and their culture more so in Istanbul than the majority of cities I've ever been to in my life, because it may determine if your bill is $200 or $100, right? Just by you knowing to say, no, I'm not paying the bill, call the tourist police, just by you saying, call the tourist police, just by you knowing to utter those words, your bill would have been cut in half.
Wow. Yeah. See, I didn't know that, because
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Well, because
$15.
they don't want YouTubers like you coming to Istanbul saying that they're criminals and you get robbed. That's why they have the tourist police because honestly, and I wouldn't be shocked if someone in the Turkish tourism board ends up getting a hold of some of these videos and calls you and asks you, where did you go? What were the name of these restaurants? Honestly, they take this very, very serious in Turkey. They don't want a bad reputation, right? So I wouldn't be shocked if eventually the Turkish tourism board gets a hold of you and asks you, where did you go exactly? And that they go run up on these people. They do it all the time. You can watch videos of the tourist police literally walking in spots where they had taken advantage of tourists and shut down the whole goddamn restaurant for a week and kick everybody out of the fucking thing and put the tag on it, where they padlock it and they put that tape. Yeah, they do the whole fucking thing. I'm like, God damn. Yeah, they don't play it. In fact, wow, the places where they took advantage of you, if you have those bills, you should actually go talk to the tourist police. You should. And get that shit rectified, because they don't want that. And you also have to remember, they're Muslim people. That makes their religion look bad. You know what I mean? That you got criminals going around taking advantage of people. Meanwhile, you have a mosque on every corner there. That's not right. Right? So, I should have prepared you more for Istanbul, and for that, honestly, I'm very sorry. And if you guys think you haven't been getting the content that you want to see, well, the odds are you're used to the J Rellos and looking at whores all day. You probably need to go subscribe to that shit. You know what I mean? Because Austin's channel is not always going to be about bitches. It's going to be culture. Sometimes that might be seeing a mosque. It might be going to a vineyard. It might be going out to the Amazon, but it can't always be about bitches. Like, there's more to life than bitches. Really. It's amazing. Every culture can come to Africa and focus on making money. Black men go to fuck. Asians and Indians and Jews, they go to fucking make business. Okay? Why is it when Austin sees foreigners in Africa, they're there trying to make money? They aren't, number one, focused on girls. You guys need to focus on some fucking money, and you'll be able to have as many bitches as you want. You guys have the shit fucked up and backwards. How can you focus on bitches? Meanwhile, you motherfuckers don't have a fucking pot to piss in. How are you going to take care of her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's mind-boggling, your audience, bro. I'll tell you, that's why I come on your lives every now and then, because I have to be in the right mental space to deal with these motherfuckers. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's 4:00 in the morning, man. We've been on about 3 hours. I appreciate you coming on and having a discussion. We'll continue this maybe tomorrow. And
where are you going tomorrow?
You know what? I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow because James is gonna be in the house. I mean, I know the chick is coming back over. I think, man, I've been inside because I've already done a lot of stuff. So I think I'm just gonna be in the house recording some more content. I might do another live because
Man, but
I'll
you
be
do need to
recording.
go to that beach club I sent you in Istanbul, bro. You do need to go there. You do.
I
I
could
sent
check
you
that
a
out for
couple,
sure.
but the last most recent one I sent you, your audience is gonna love that because it's gonna be full of Russia and Ukrainian and Iranian girls like at the beach wearing next to nothing, having a good time, good vibes. You do need to go there, bro. That's gonna make your whole trip worth it. And honestly, I think you're going to do really well with the chicks there. I mean, you'll at least come up on one or two. I would assume. I mean, it's worth it. Yeah, it's going to cost you some money to get in the beach club, but it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be like fucking to go to Nikki Beach, nigga. Even in Morocco, I couldn't believe this. To get in the fucking beach club in Morocco, nigga, it was $70 and it didn't even come with a drink. I was like, God damn. And that was in Marrakesh. And Marrakesh is outrageous, bro. I don't, man, Marrakesh, Morocco is more expensive than fucking Madrid, homie. Like people think just because it's Africa is cheap. Nah, nigga. Go look at how much it costs to get in a fucking beach club, how much it costs to get in the club in Marrakesh, Morocco. But I will say this. The clubs in Marrakesh, Morocco are some of the greatest clubs in the entire world. It's full level, high level production. For those of you guys that have been to the nightclubs in Las Vegas and you like that super high level nightclub and full on production and shows and like you like that real baller Las Vegas Win Club, the Win one, what's that other one where the fucking Caesar's Palace, you like those type of super upscale clubs, you like those type of super beautiful upscale women, Marrakesh got them, but it's going to cost you at least $50 to get in that bitch, at least. But the majority of clubs, it'll come with one drink at least. But if it's a beach club, get ready to spend $50 to $70 to get in it, and you ain't getting a goddamn thing.
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. We're gonna end the stream for the
Yep.
day.
Later.
Thank you guys.
Nope.
See you guys
Nope.
later.
Peace.